Shoot. Hey guys. Sorry, I'm late. I'm late because it's going down and I'm trying to get the information for you guys. It's going down on certain people's panel. Some people are falling out right the fuck now as we speak. Some people are falling out as we speak and it's going down. It's going down. Hey Puppy, how are you? Are you still in here? Hey Vibrant Boo, how are you? It's going down. Are you guys aware that it's going down? Some people are fighting. They are fighting. They are fighting. They are fighting. Ooh. This is too bright. I'm trying to adjust this damn light. Hi, Kiki baby. Hi, Kiki. I didn't know who was here. Listen, I was trying to get all the intel over there as certain people are falling out. So when I do my hey Kiki, hold on. Let me go watch myself so I can give you a wrench. Look at this. And then this person, okay, let me just not even, it's so annoying. Okay, this is so annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna wait and see where is Houston Bred? Where is a special guest? Is she here? Where is she? Under new management, how are you? Cruiser, how are you? Cruiser, how are you? Cruiser is our tour guide, our cruise specialist, our travel specialist, our, like, you name it. There she is. You're present. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Let me put on my hopefully it's charged and it will not die. It's better. The volume or the audio is better with that. The Beats Pro, like, that is the truth. Okay. If you do not have Beats Pro, get you some Beats Pro. Under new management, you were asking me what kind of mic was that. I do have a what's that mic? Child, what is that? I do have a Yeti. I have a Yeti and then I have another one. But that is for the computer. But I hardly ever go on the computer. I'm always doing my live from over here from the phone. So some stuff was going down. I'm sorry I'm late. I was over there trying to get the intel so that when I do my next recap, it might be tonight. It might just be tonight. Okay, so that when I do my next recap, I can tell you all what's going on. Please share the live. Share the live. I did post this on IG Monday. And then please share it so that we get more people. We do have Houston Bred. Houston Bred is our special guest. This is the most I've ever seen her because she's hardly ever here. I don't know. I guess maybe she's not like traveling. She's not doing more important stuff. So she has time for us peasants over here. So I'm going to, I don't see Kiki anymore. Let me go to my own live. I like to go to my own live and make sure that. Let me go to my own live. I like to. Kiki, are you? Oh, wait, let me mute myself. I'm sure it's echoing. Houston Bred has some time for us. You know what? Before all this unfolded, I had like all the stuff jotted down. Houston Bred, I was going to like drop the link and send you a link so that we can, like, you know, plan for 30 minutes. And then I found out like some stuff was going down over there. Some stuff was going down. And so I had to go get, oh, there is Kiki. There's my Kiki baby. Hi, Kiki baby. Okay. So today, please guys take, oh, Kwani. Hi, Kwani. How are you? Oh my gosh, I was in Kwani's live earlier. By the way, on the other stuff that I have I did a clip, Kwani. Oh my gosh, I did a clip because I was in your live and then Beachy went live. And so then I went to Beachy's live. Okay. I was in Seva's live when she made the announcement. It was a very short live, unless she had another live. You said this is not CNN. I was there. So it was interesting to see the people's lives that I've heard have had the same consensus. But I'm going to keep quiet. And then for the people that were like thinking that maybe Kiki Baby might need a shower. Kiki Baby does not need a shower. You all know that Kiki Baby is a giant troll. Kiki Baby is always trolling. Hi, Ken. Oh my gosh, Ken. Okay. Kiki and Kiki Baby. Ken, you did Gordo tell you that you have been inducted? Hey, Christopher W. Ken, did Gordo tell you that you have been inducted? Do you know where you were inducted? You were inducted into the toxic the toxic men section. Do you know that? Did you watch Gordo's live last night? You should go and watch it. Hi, YouTube is messy. Kiki, Mel Kiki, that is Mel Kiki. Oh, hold up. I don't know what I did. Mel Kiki, you had an induction ceremony. Did you know that, Mel Kiki? Hi, Very Carrie. How are you? Very Carrie, thank you for stopping by. Mel Kiki. I'm not sure that you were aware, but hey, Realist One, how are you? Welcome. Hi, James. Welcome. Yes, Mel Kiki, apparently you have made it into a certain group of men. Just ask Gordo about it. Gordo was here. I don't know if he's still here. So today's topic, we are going to talk about online relationship, and my special guest is Houston Bred. Houston Bred is joining us to talk about online relationship. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link for Houston Bred, and then like after we have the discussion, of course we want audience participation. I'm gonna be reading your comments, and you guys can feel free to voice your opinions. As you know, this is YouTube, and we've had quite relationship scandal. He said, drop your link. Damn it, Kiki's already asking for the link. Okay, hold on. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. Okay, and hopefully I won't kick myself out. Well, you know what happens when, you know, you go to, okay, I'm dropping the link. Houston Bred, come on up, Houston Bred. With these long fingernails, it doesn't want to like drop my link. Drop my link. Okay, it should be dropped. All right. Okay, so I have dropped the link. Let me know if you guys can see it. I tried to hurry up and be presentable. Okay, I showered. I was working. I didn't finish. I was listening to the stuff that was going on. Okay, so then I just rushed over here. Okay, so I have dropped the link. Hi, Tony Montana. Hi, Red Wings Hockey. How are you? Welcome, Red Wings Hockey. Okay, Kiki is the first one. Kiki, is that you? Kiki, I don't hear you. Kiki, that better be you, Kiki. Okay, Kiki, I don't hear you. Hi, Nikki. How are you? Welcome. Kiki, I don't hear you. And I think my TV is, okay. Is that you again? Let me make sure. Oh, it's Houston Bred. Okay, Houston Bred, that's you? Why am I not hearing? I cannot hear anything. Am I on mute? It says on mute. Houston Bread, is that you?
Hello?
Okay, now I hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome, Houston Bread. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome. I don't know what happened. Hey, DG, how are you, DG? You're in the clouds? Okay. Is Kiki back? Did you say he's in the cloud? Is Kiki back? Let me see. Kiki, are you back, Kiki? Okay, now I hear you, Kiki.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
me. How you
outside,
doing?
Kiki?
I'm actually on the toilet. I'm doing the
Oh
do.
my gosh, TMI. TMI,
Yeah,
Kiki. TMI, Kiki.
I know
Hi,
that's just it.
Westy. How are you, Westy? Hi, Sophie. How are you? Hey,
So,
Quan.
Houston bread. What you was
Hey,
telling me? I got inducted to the Gordo
Kiki,
crazy man. That's my bro though. I'm a mute.
Kiki, yes, you did. You got inducted to a group. I don't know if you want, like, he'll do like Sunday service, he'll do like Tequila Boys, then he'll do like Toxic Nigga, like Baby Daddy. That's where you got inducted. That was last night. Fifi TV, I don't know if I said
Yeah,
hi Fifi TV. Hi
yeah.
Beachy.
He be having real content. Like I like to watch him, and over at his channel, you don't get harassed or you don't get bothered over that because he don't let people that he cool with get harassed or stalked. So I like watching him, and that nigga funny as hell. I'm gonna go back and watch it and share it. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, if you go on my wall, I shared it. It was funny as heck. I remember that live because I was in your live when you were doing that. That was you were like dragging Pazar and you were dragging. I remember exactly when that live was. And like I said, the straight men that I know can drag. Okay, here is you and DG. When you guys drag, I want to hide under a table. I feel like I want to like never make you guys mad because when you guys drag, it's really it's funny. But then if it's someone you're cool with, you don't want to laugh because you feel horrible. You were dragging like you normally drag, okay? You
I've been listen. I've been minding my. I'm gonna be sure because I know that y'all too about to start, doing y'all thing. But I've been minding my business. Like it's been kind of boring to me on YouTube streets. People just been clout chasing. I don't like the fact that that lady keep using my name to get clout. So that's kind of what made me fall back too. Like it's starting to be weird and whatever. But anyway, uh, thank you for
yes.
letting me up. I'm gonna go watch the video.
Yes, watch the video. You are now part of that group and it was hilarious.
What?
It
What
was
the hell? Hold on. Who's this? Beach. Ask Kiki what he said. I don't know what I said about
it said,
him.
wait, ask Kiki what he said about you. Oh, you did say I told you your mouth is lethal, Kiki. Your mouth
What I
is
say?
very
It was
lethal.
something nasty.
You said something bad. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm telling you, your mouth is very lethal.
No,
Just
it was
like
something
DG's
freaky.
mouth is very lethal. When you guys are dragging, especially when you're dragging females that I don't know. You said something bad about Beachy, and I don't know exactly what it was. It wasn't. I can't remember. Was it that horrible? But it was bad. You said something bad about her. Yes, you did. I will confirm that you did, because I'm
I don't
usually in your
remember.
live or I catch the replay.
Yeah, I don't remember. But
It
I know
wasn't.
BT. I know her personally. I know who she is. I don't even remember. I probably was mad as hell. So who knows? I don't remember half of the stuff I say about people. But I'm gonna
Wait.
drop down and let y'all do the show.
Yes, but because you're messy and because hey, you're you're a dragger, so please make
Just
sure
had
you
to
stay
throw that in
serious.
now.
I love messy. I like when Kiki comes out and Kiki's dragging.
Oh
Listen,
wait, did you see what happened just now? How VS denounced
yes,
Ken?
yes. That's why I was late. I was watching it. I
Listen,
screen recorded some
he
audio. That's
had
what I was
900
watching.
people in his chat. When VS went live, that dropped all the way down to 300 or 400.
Well,
Listen,
Beachy's here. Kiki, Beachy's here. Oh
okay,
crap.
I'm gonna run.
Beachy.
Hey, it was
Hi,
so dark.
Beachy.
Hey, how you doing?
I haven't been in here in so long. Let me turn the light on. I don't want to derail the show. Hey everybody, I was wanted to ask one tiny question before y'all get way into the commentary, and then I get busy doing something else. Ken, why did you do a video on me? And what did you say?
I don't remember. He said it was something crazy. I don't remember what I said.
Somebody said I'm gonna kill him. They said you did a video and you said that I was on a Patreon and we were recruiting.
Yeah. I did say that. I sure did say that. Well, that's what somebody told me.
Kid, what you?
Hi, Blue Rain.
So what was it? They said I recruit women or men. I didn't watch it because I just sounded ridiculous.
She said, you know, all the dudes, you like to get cool with the men so you can be the only one cool with them. And then they'll call you their sus and you'll go find women and they will talk to the women and you know, get them out of money or whatever, and they'll give you some.
Wait,
the lady said all type of stuff. I don't
like
know.
so like a madam or some type of shit?
That's what you call it. I don't know. I thought
Oh my god.
Shit.
Okay, that's a far reach. Now you know what? That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna watch that video. I'm gonna.
Can you find somebody for me?
Ken, I'm giving you a pass because you'll be saying crazy stuff about me all the time, and you know darn well.
You know he's crazy, but he doesn't mean it. And then he'll come back days later and say,
I don't mean it at all.
Well, if you wasn't so mean, but I just wanted to ask you. I wanted to know what you. I'm like, so that's where they got that from. I was like, who recruit? What? I'm on nobody's Patreon. So somebody,
he comes live when stuff is happening. I think it had to do with the whole 7 situation. He comes live and he says like whatever, and then he forgets about it, and then he comes back like, listen, I didn't really have any issue with you. I didn't have no real issue with you.
Do that. I'm like
crazy.
I'm the king of clout chasing. Come on now.
He's messy. Where his messy ass? You know he's messy.
He gets a pass because it was like I don't know what it is.
Oh, Beach, I saw that. Beach, I saw that video of you dancing.
Where was Beachy dancing? This chat is messy. Okay, wait. Whoever's saying anything about Beachy, please be respectful. And why they say for HB to fix her? I see HB's avatar. Is it white? I see everybody's avatar.
No, I can see it now. All right, I gotta drop down, y'all. Beachy, I'll talk to you later.
I don't want to derail. I just wanted to ask him so I could catch him real quick because I got to go.
You wanted to drag him. You wanted to drag his messy ass, Beachy.
No, but I'm not dragged. I don't think I've ever drugged Ken. He done said I'll have.
Beachy loves me.
Cameron, should I reset it and come back?
Okay,
wait, so I see your avatar though, HB.
Y'all sound like so.
No, our avatar is fixed. It's fixed now.
Okay. I just want to ask you. It's fine. I'm y'all know I'm from the entertainment, so it was entertaining to the people. Entertaining to the people.
I don't think you about to come stress me out. Shit, I got it.
No, I
y'all.
I think you would have went too far. You just ain't never. I ain't,
Nah, I don't go that far. Now. You know I know.
Not malicious.
I don't go that far.
But
he's not malicious.
I'm like, that sounds like a movie. Like, so the girls didn't like it though because the girls in them, you got to keep in mind. Like, hold up, we ain't like, what is this? So you got. I'm not in deep.
You know how he is.
You done picked.
If you ever drag me, I won't watch it.
Hi HB, it's nice to say hi, and I never met you, but I'm gonna get down so she can have a show, and I don't. and I can enjoy the chat. And I just wanted to catch him.
Okay,
So,
thanks, Vici.
Thank you for letting okay.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
Hey, Jay Savage.
Bye,
Hey,
guys.
Rich
And
B.
thanks for the range.
Bye. All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Vici.
Bye.
Jay Savage. Hello, Rich B. Is that Rich Bleezy? Hello, Rich B. Did I miss anyone else? Soul Fight, I said hi. Cruiser, I said hi. Christopher W. Chissy, man, them lips are. Hey, listen, big lips are good. Beachy has like full lips. Do you know that some people are like going and getting injectables? Okay. So, so let's talk about online relationships. Okay. So, Houston Brad and I were like going back and forth. What should we talk about? Like, there were two choices, right? That you came up with, HB. So I said, okay, why don't we talk about online relationship? Hey, Jake, how are you, Jake? Welcome. I said, let's talk online relationship because we do have quite a few online relationships like going on. Hey, love always, how are you? Welcome. We do have quite a few a relationship going on online. You have friendships, that have been broken, you have like romantic relationships, you have the ones that have not like lasted, you have some scandals, you have what is it called when is a love triangle when it's three people. Hey Prime, how are you?
An affair.
Kiki baby, drop down. Prime is here, Kiki baby.
An affair. It's called an affair.
It's called an affair. Okay. So an affair. But wait. You said an affair.
Sorry. YouTube cameras, can I give my opening remarks, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Hey,
first, I just want to thank God for allowing me to be on a Star's channel like YouTube cameras. It's been a long time coming, but I've worked my way up. I'm trying to figure out. Okay. It's been a long time coming, but I worked my way up. I sucked enough internet pain and clitoris. I had enough panels to get this invitation, so I'm honored. I have my bow tie on. You can't see it because I'm ugly and afraid to be seen. Shout out to my nigga JJ, Tony Montana, Nikki, Rich B, Violet. You know the whole. I can't call everybody out. You know, I just want to thank you for even offering the invitation. Let's get it popping. I'm ready. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, Cruiser. I'm sorry, Miss Cruiser. You know you the OG. So, what was the question you posed to me? I'm sorry. I had to take advantage of the moment.
I can't stand. I had to cut my camera.
You
know. Yeah.
Listen, this is what you were doing in the chat.
I'm just saying. I'm just honoring. You know. I gotta be grateful. God said to be grateful. It's in the Bible. Yeah. Well, you tickle. Are you? You been drink? You got some
I have not had any drink. Okay, listen,
I made sure I was sober for
this.
It's a big deal. Yeah, I'm here.
Listen, so I used to travel a lot for work.
What you asking me? I'm sorry. What question? You asking me?
So when I said like the different relationships, like online stuff that we've had here on YouTube, I mentioned the one where it's like a love triangle. I said, what would that be called? Is that a love triangle? You said no, it's a affair. But it's only a fair if they're married, right? Isn't it?
What? No, what? No, I thought an affair is when you're dating or married to someone and then you have a little sauce on the side and your main dish don't know about the sauce. That's an affair,
right? Like, yes. But in this case, for the people, like I'm using the example of the people that we have here on YouTube, like in our different sectors, like in the beef sector, Remote 3 sector. Some of these people weren't really, were they married? Some of them were not married. So is it different when it's a married person versus when it's just three single people, maybe two are in a committed relationship and then they have a third person on the side? Is it called something different?
How do you have three single people but two are in a committed relationship? How'd that work?
Well, if they're not married. Look, I like Nikki's answer. Nikki said it's entanglement.
Okay.
Tony Montana said it's creeping.
She would know about that, wouldn't she?
Hey, Queen Diva.
Anyways.
Oh my God,
Mhm.
Tony Montana. Did you hear that shit? Wouldn't believe all the things she put. Oh,
No.
okay. Who put you through, Jay Savage? Oh my God, the chat is telling
Me too,
already
Jay.
there.
Me too, Jay
There's
Savage.
Sneaky Lincoln. Yes, Sneaky Lincoln. Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Tracy said it. It's Sneaky Lincoln. Yep.
Tracy's
Okay, so
World.
we got Tracy's World. Yes, it's Tracy. Tracy said Sneaky Lincoln. Okay. Tony Montana said it's creeping. I like.
Mhm.
Okay, listen. Nikki's own, because when did we first hear Entanglement? Okay, when did we first hear Entanglement? We heard
it with
Entanglement.
Jada Pinkett and August Alsina. It was that situation.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they were married. Okay. Yes. So when you're married, it's an entanglement, right? When you're married, they kind of find like what's the word? Like a very creative word for it. That's the first time we learned of entanglement. Otherwise, it would be like an affair, or they say that they're in an open relationship, or they say that they're poly. Right?
Are you poly?
See? Hell no, I don't like to share.
So you've never shared before?
No. Never share before. No, never share before. I don't like to share. Like for me, for me to share.
Your knowledge?
I
think there's a little bit of a lag, but you never shared to your knowledge.
Wait a minute. What do you mean to my knowledge? No, I never.
No.
You see how messy she is? Wait, what do you mean by to my knowledge?
Go ahead, friend. Go ahead. I'm just honored to be here. Go ahead.
Wait. Okay. So for me to be open before, up until as of today, I'm saying, thank you, Beachy. Thank you, Beachy, for sharing. Hi, Aaron's View. How are you? Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Joe sharing. Black. Welcome. Also, please, Moz, if you can also drop Houston Bred's link in the chat, so that please subscribe to Houston Bred. Listen, she's not always here, but when she's here, we enjoy her company when she's here. So feel free to. She's funny, as you can see. She's
cloud
funny.
Maybe cloud chasing all day.
No, she's not. No. No, I'm cloud chasing.
Keep promoting me.
I'm the one that's cloud chasing. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so
you were schooling me. You say you don't share. You're that bitch. You don't gotta share a nigga. All that shit. Go ahead.
I don't think that I'm that bitch. I've never had a partner like ask me to share. Okay, and in order for me to share, as of today, 2023, May 31st, I have never been asked to share. I've never been asked, like to, I don't know, do poly or whatever. I was never like open to that. I don't normally share. But if I was asked to share, there would have to be rules. And hey, Toya Abstract, how are you? Welcome. There would have to be rules. Hi, Vibrant Boo. I'm sorry, I don't know if I said hi. Welcome. So there would have to be rules, right? Because here's what I've noticed. For people who share like their poly, maybe they don't set rules, or maybe it starts off with one partner saying, yes, I want to have a threesome, and they kind of try it, and then they go on. I've seen this in movies. I don't know that I have a friend who's done it. No, I don't have a close friend. I would say an associate or a friend of a friend who's done this, and then it kind of bit them in the butt, where they tried a threesome, right? And she did it because he asked her to, but then it turns out that the two people ended up like sleeping with each other behind the other's back. So there would have to be like rules and stuff. Like you can't be closed-minded. Right. You have to evaluate your relationship, how secure you are in your relationship. And my honest opinion is, don't ever bring a friend into your relationship. I'm sorry. That's a big no. What are your thoughts, Houston Bred?
That's a tough act to follow. So you're asking, what are my thoughts when it comes to polyamory?
polyamory or like sharing? Have you ever shared?
Mm.
Did you have to
Mm.
set like rules? Did you have to set rules and say, okay, here's what we're
Mm.
doing? And are
Mhm.
you open to, if you have not, are you open to a poly? Are
Mhm.
you, because it
Mm.
seems like that's a new thing that people say, oh, I have an open relationship. But yeah, you can
Mhm. Mhm.
open these.
Mhm.
That's what.
Well, okay, all right, split them wide open, get into it. Have I ever shared? No, to my knowledge, I've never shared. Um, I'm every woman, it's all in me. I don't need to share. If you experience me, you experience a myriad of people. So no, I don't need to share. Never. Would I share? It's really hard for me to divide my attention, so I feel like one person is enough, more than enough, especially if it's a woman. So I love myself. I don't want to stress myself out. I love my hair. I want to keep it in my head. So no, I also have no interest in sharing. Now you can do a little bit of flirtation. You can do a little bit of flirtation, you can make it rain every once in a while, but a full-on relationship, absolutely not. I hope that suffices. Um, yeah, there we have it. Miss Cruiser's talking about two men sharing a honey glaze. Tony said it ain't pimping if you got it. Toya says I have and we have rules. Ooh, I'm interested in that. Cameras is on mute, so I'm just going to keep talking until she unmutes. Maybe something is happening with the dog or two. I don't know. Hello, Lady
Yeah, the
Nika.
dog. The dog.
The
Ah,
dog is
Lady Nika's
acting
here.
up.
Hi, Lady
Yeah,
Nika.
Lady Nika's in here. Shout out
Welcome.
to Lady
Oh,
Nika.
thank you. Oh, yes, please. I hope you continue to feel better, Lady Nika. Thank you so much
Yes,
for
ma'am.
dropping by. Hey, Big O. Um, okay, so I heard your answer. Yes, you basically you
Okay.
said you're that bitch and you don't
I am that
like
bitch.
you're a woman
Yes.
and now yes.
Yeah.
You come
Yeah.
off with that big like
Mm.
that energy.
Mhm.
Should I say
That big
big dick
what?
energy?
Big
The
you said big dick energy? Wait. You said I have big dick energy? Oh.
You
How
do come
big?
up with big dick energy,
Mm.
right? Like
Oh.
when you're
Mhm.
like dominant, like you
Yeah,
don't need anything else, like you don't
I
need
don't.
any no frills, no none of that. So people who know
Mm.
you know that like that you
Yeah.
come up with that energy.
And you wanna know what's beautiful about it, Miss YouTube? You wanna know what's beautiful about it? Huh?
What's
You
beautiful
wanna know?
about it?
I walk it
Yeah.
like I talk it. I don't have to justify shit. I just show up. It is what it is. You don't have to have no backup plan. I am the plan. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. See, there
Uh-huh.
you go. And then that's confidence. And like some people may say, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, she's cocky or whatever. No, that's
Mhm.
like you knowing what you bring to the table. I think more people need to
Mm.
understand what you bring to a relationship. You have to understand
Mhm.
yourself when you're getting into a relationship. And I think
Yeah.
that that's what kind of helps a relationship work, whether it's online or real. Okay, that's my take on it, right? Okay, so
Mhm.
let me go ahead
I
and
agree.
read some comments. I saw Cruiser ask, "What's the honey glaze?" Hold on. What Toya said? No friends, absolutely not. But almost every relationship I've had has been open. Really, I've been the
Oh,
one to
wow.
really Toya. Do tell Toya. But there's a difference between poly and open. Wait, tell us what's the
Everyone?
difference? She
Ooh.
said almost everyone has been open. Really?
I mean,
And
the
it's been
difference
like,
so the
yeah,
difference
go
is
ahead.
when you're poly, you can hold like all right, so my understanding, now I'm not like Toya, every relationship hasn't been poly or open, but when you're poly, you maintain multiple relationships versus when you're open, you have like a go-to, but you're just open to uck around or, do a little shang shang and a wing wang. But you have a
Mm-hmm.
main. You have a main situation.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I
Mhm.
see. Okay. I understand now.
Yeah.
Hi, Mel.
Yeah.
How are you? Hi, sis. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, 3000 degrees. How are you? Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, I guess I understand the difference, right? Let me see. The
Mhm.
Toya say Toya. So, Toya, like, okay. So, if you've been open, so have those relationship, have you guys ever like run into any problems with being open? And I guess it's you said almost every relationship you're probably used to it and like you probably set rules. Do you do that? It seems
You
like
talking to
it.
me or Toya? Toya gives me
Toya said
dominatrix. She has about 5 different leather outfits. She got 3 whips. She doesn't play. That's the type vibes that I get from Toya Alta Abstract. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, is that correct? Is that really? Oh
Confirm
yeah,
it.
is
Go
that?
ahead and
How do
confirm
you
it.
get that from her?
I just pick up on energy, honey. I pick up on your energy too, but I'm gonna save it for later.
Wait, tell me what energy you pick up from me, please. Tell me. Oh my God, is it bad? The Trill Pill, how are you? 5 different leather fit. I don't get
Yeah.
leather. I don't get
You don't get leather from her?
dominatrix. I don't
Mm.
get dominatrix from Toya. I get very open and easygoing
Right.
and okay, well, okay, I guess you're saying like from
Exactly.
okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay, all right. Okay, so
I get open vibes from her too, though. Not like disrespectful, but like consensual open, come hither. That's what I get
oh,
from
she
her.
says she likes come hither. Okay, that come hither
Mhm.
vibe. Okay, Toya
Mhm.
said that she likes leather sometimes,
Mhm. Mhm.
but
Mhm.
like in a sexual way. Okay, do you like? I can say that I like leather. I'm very picky when I
Yes,
say I
Trill.
like leather. Huh?
Mhm. No, I'm sorry. I just told the Trill Pill yes. Because he said leather fits with the whip Catwoman style. Absolutely. Sorry, go ahead,
Yeah,
Auntie. I'm
that's what Houston Bread is talking about. For
Mhm.
me, oh, Toya said drop the link. Okay, hold up. Um,
Let me get
so
my shoe.
what'd you say? So for me, like as far as I'm trying to put like paste the comments here.
Exactly, honey. And hello, Queen Diva. How you doing? I'm sorry. There's a little bit of a lag, so I'm trying not to like interrupt YouTube cameras because she's the star. So I'm trying to like
No, I'm not the
say hi at
star.
the right time.
You're the
Okay.
star. You're the
All right.
star.
Whatever.
You are the
Oh,
star.
there we have it.
Didn't you see on my I okay, you don't have IG. On the IG I put the join me at legendary HB, okay? You're the star.
You no
I
YouTube. You
did
know
go
you
to I did.
you
I
play.
tried to tone it down on YouTube, but on
You know you
IG
did
I
it,
did
but
put it. I sure did. I sure did. I'm
not
like, she
legendary.
can't say nothing because she doesn't have she told me she doesn't have IG, so she won't see it. But
No, I don't
on
have
there I
IG.
posted
Got too
that
dicey. Got too dicey. We gonna talk about that later too. Okay, how IG is a tunnel to hell. Okay, it's just too
man,
many opportunities floating around. Do you understand what I'm saying?
like too many opportunities, really? Man, I had someone, okay, like a weirdo. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
out someone right now. I'm gonna out
Uh-oh.
them without calling their name. I
Yes.
had a weirdo right
Mhm.
when I first started. I did a IG for my YouTube page, and
Mhm.
my page was open,
Mhm.
and if I recognize the people in from YouTube, I accepted the invite. Well, I had
Mhm.
this person like just randomly like call, and one of the times that this person called, I thought it was someone else, right? And a family member. I thought it was someone else, a family member. And so I accidentally like picked it up and then I looked, I don't think it was video. I looked, I was like, what the heck? And then I hung up. And you know that this person called right back. It's like, how dare you? You weirdo?
Wow.
And you know who you are, you freaking weirdo.
Put it in the
And so
back,
then
girl.
I had
Put it in
to
the back.
block that person.
Put it in the back.
I,
So,
huh?
yeah. You can
Oh
put that
yeah,
in the
put it
back,
in the back
for
chat. Yeah,
yeah,
let me put it
just
in the back
educational
chat.
purposes. Yeah. Yeah. When did you start camming up? Because like I remember I was very aware of your page, and then I went on sabbatical, had to go work with the Pope and Oprah and shit. And then when I came back, you were just out here, skin showing, hair flowing.
Oh
So when
my
did that
god.
happen? I said,
When did it
"Oh,
happen? Okay, well, I did it like slowly, right? I didn't show my picture, right? And that's when last year they said that I was Tommy. I was like all kinds of people. They said I was all kinds of people, right? But I knew I
Tommy."
was always gonna show myself. I just
Mhm,
wanted to be subtle. I didn't want to
mhm,
make it like a big deal, like a big reveal or whatever. So
mhm,
then one day I just I just put my camera, but I put half my face, right? I put half my face, and then I just put my whole face, and then I decided, like I did the clips and stuff, and an OG in the beef sector has suggested, like one day, like you should just maybe once a week or every once in a while just do like a recap of all the stuff that's happening, right?
Mhm.
Shout out, it was actually Rita who suggested that, like she said that in my comments. I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, and I think maybe some other people said that. So
Toya's
I
here, by the
can't.
way.
Toya's here. Oh crap! I wasn't
Yeah,
looking over
Toya Leather
here.
Abstract. She's here.
Okay,
Hmm.
so what I did was, hey Toya, is that you? I don't hear Toya. Please don't.
I'm here.
Toya.
Here she
Hi. Okay,
is.
now I hear you.
Hi.
Here she is.
Hi Toya, welcome. Thank you
Hi.
so much for joining. So I mean,
Thank you.
basically I
That
did
make
it months ago, I would say, to answer your question, months ago.
Okay. Thank you. I was curious.
Hmm.
Hi, Toya.
Welcome, Toya. Toya, do
thank you,
tell us, do
ladies.
tell us, do tell us about. Did you hear what Houston Brett said? Like the vibes that she gets from you.
They were compliments. By the way. Compliments.
I'm not offended at all. I might have to
Right.
change Toya Leather Abstract. I actually did that.
Okay, spank it hard.
I actually appreciate that. Thank you. Um, I think the reason why it's always been me that's initiated being open in relationship because I am a child.
Really?
Yeah, I am a child of divorce. I
Okay.
did have grandparents that were married for many years, and of course, coming that generation would always go outside their marriage. My grandfather, and then my aunts. I just saw like basically, especially being raised in a strict Catholic home, where I saw this thing about monogamy, but there was always someone in the church cheating. And I remember as a teenager just reading books about how certain people used to live, like in the village or whatever, which is more poly. But
Mm-hmm.
I am not poly. We do not live with a partner. We do. It's
Multiple.
just yeah. It's just him and I. And
Okay.
when we do, we talk about it. And first of all, let me just say this: I don't enter the relationship as open, like, oh, we got to hurry up and do this. No, I wait
Mm-hmm.
a year or two in order to
Okay.
open that kind
See?
of dialogue because you can't jump off the boat with something like that because you don't know how that person is, though they may say yes. I made the mistake very young trying that, and that person thought it was a get out of jail card when it wasn't. And that's where the rules and stuff, came in, like sitting down, having this dialogue. And then, I remember one of the relationships I had, he was kind of taken aback by me having this conversation. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm a rarity. Maybe it's because I don't believe in monogamy when it comes to me. I,
Mm-hmm.
um, I believe
That's
as
interesting.
humans,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we do get bored, but it's very important to have that connection with your spouse before opening that dialogue. Like my partner, my husband and I have not done this since before COVID. So it's not something that it's like every weekend kind of thing,
Okay.
because I respect my marriage, we respect each other's boundaries. But, also at the same time, if he's probably out of town and he tells me, or if I'm out of town and I tell him, or if, we meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
we have a dialogue first, but never any friends, never. No one
You
that you
hear
know.
that, guys? No friends. Because I remember, I don't know, was it on YouTube that this lady, I was listening. Yes, it was on YouTube. I was listening to a lady talk about her relationship because that she ended up falling out with this person. That person was her friend, but she ended up being the one that was now she was friends with that person before. Then she got in a relationship, and then he wanted, I guess maybe he wanted a threesome, or maybe she suggested it. I can't remember which one. But when she was discussing this, she actually fell out with a friend. So not only do you lose a friend, but it feels weird when she ended up sleeping with this person because they had a past before. So she was cheating behind his back with the female. So this person was a friend, and it just gets kind of sticky. So okay, so to recap what you said, you wait, like you don't start it right away. You wait until you're in this relationship, like for some time, and you get to know your partner, and then it's not something that you do all the time, right?
That's correct. It's just, the thing is, everyone is going to have some kind of be attracted to someone else. Everyone,
Yeah.
we're human beings. Come on, you guys. Seriously. But it's about also respecting your partner and your relationship as well. This is not something that is like to be used and abused. You have to be very confident and very responsible while doing that,
Yeah, because I think that you can. I mean, I just hear a lot of like different. I mean, it works for some people. Like in this case, for you, you said it works, and I believe the reason it works is because you're confident, you feel you're secure in your relationship, you have rules, and you have boundaries. And I think when people don't set the boundaries or don't know, they're just kind of experimenting, and then it gets out of hand. Hey, Sissy Pooh, how are you? Welcome. Um, hey Regina M, welcome. How are you? You caught my live. I'm so happy that you're here. Um, so I think that that's good information to have. So for the people that are planning to be in an open relationship, there's a difference between open and poly. Okay. What Toya
Absolutely.
is talking about is talking about having open relationship, and and she has a husband, so she's married, right? Hey teens,
Hmm.
how are you?
That is
You
correct.
said, yay, relationship discussion. Right. So, it's worked it's worked for Toya, and you've been married to your husband for a long time, and you guys have like rules. You have a set of like boundaries that you guys have set. Now,
Correct.
how do you decide, okay, I'm feeling now, do you guys make the decision together on when you want to invite a third partner? Like you said, you haven't done this since before COVID. So do you guys sit down and say, okay, I'm feeling like we need to spice it up a bit. Let's go ahead. Do you have like a common person that you use? Like, how do you go about? Tell us more. Houston Bread, ask some questions there. Tell us more. Like now, I'm just
Okay. Okay. You teed
Um,
it off. When she answers, I got some messy questions.
um,
okay.
there was a time very closely, I want to say like the beginning of the year. Um, and it was someone in the neighborhood that we knew. Um, but I didn't get the good vibe from her. So,
Oh,
with that
why?
said, well, she was a little bit on the intoxicated side, number one, and
Oh,
that's
okay,
not
I see.
attractive. And
Right.
then number two, she would kind of get that, you kind of get that feeling that she might be needy, like if anything goes down, you
Oh
know.
gosh, I can't stand
So
needy people. Oh
woman's
no.
intuition, yeah, woman's
Right.
intuition was like, no, not this one. Um, but I mean, that's neither, but it's not like we're like fishing, right now, because it's something that we do like once in a while to spice up things and stuff. And he's had some women that he's like been attracted to and probably made out with, and I had a guy that I was attracted to and made out with and stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Stop. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, look, you can tell that I'm not, listen, as I said, I haven't had anybody in like a third person in a relationship. When you say make out with, so when you made out with that person, is that like when you were with your husband, when you guys were out and you made out like as part of this open relationship? Is the rule that you guys do whatever in front of each other?
I don't care. It actually turns me on, honestly, because I
Oh,
know if
okay.
because to me, I know that he's coming home with me, or we coming home with we. So, and that's for me. I actually like that. Maybe it's because I'm just like sexually liberated in certain aspects that a lot of people, and especially in our community, aren't ready for. But to
Yeah.
me, it's better than lying to myself and saying that I'm going to be only with one person for the rest of my freaking life. Because again, there are responsibilities out here, whereas you don't want to invite any Tom, Dick, or Harry into your bedroom. There's still STDs out here. There's other, things that you don't want. And plus, there's other, there's people out here running around with mental illness. But like when I would go home to Chicago, I would have a friend and I would tell Marcus, or oops, my partner about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Can I pose a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Thank you. And thank you so much, you two, for allowing me to pose a question. So, Toya, are you never concerned? Like, what if you're like, what if my husband like meets someone that is more of a fit personality wise, or that he's dripping wet, and he kind of
Oh my
becomes
God.
and he becomes infatuated. Like, how do you overcome the fear of that happening? Talk to us.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. And actually, since we are married, it'll be harder for him to even try to break away from our bond with that. And I guess I'm just feeling kind of secure where, if it does happen with him, which I kind of doubt because we've been together for about 12 years, it would have happened already.
I know that's right.
But I'm not going to be too cocky either.
Okay, right.
I'm not going to be too cocky and say that'll never
No,
happen.
exactly.
So, you always have to have a little self-awareness, I guess.
Just a little bit. And do you also engage with women, or do you just go
That's
after
yes,
men?
mostly.
Okay. So you do like bitches. How do you
Yeah.
pull bitches? Like, are
She
you like,
said bitches.
well, I mean, yeah, I need a little bit of toxicity. Yeah, I mean, so do you just like walk up to them, say, "Hey, I'm married, but I want that shit"? Like, what do you say? Take us.
How would you like when you're dating someone, or when you see someone at a place, they'll approach you, or you would approach them, or it'll just be nice girl talk.
Girl talk. Wait, so Toya,
You'd be surprised.
I don't.
Wait, girl
I don't know how
talk?
to do
Really?
girl talk. What is girl talk? You talk about pantyhose and shit?
No, I mean, like I'll just use
No.
this as an example. Like if we're like at a wine bar or something and sparking up conversation, because that's happened to us before when we were at a wine bar, and we would be talking about traveling and stuff, and it'll just get into another realm of a conversation. It's all about conversation. It's not about like, hey, you, me, come on, let's go. No, it would be just any approach to who you find attractive, or they find you attractive. And plus, there are, this, I guess it depends where you are as well. Because I lived in the Midwest for a while, and now I live in California. And there are places where, I know I have friends that are open. And though I do notice that some people who are open or poly in in some parts of the area are not the most attractive. But I've had people approach us and say, you guys are a really good looking couple. And that sparked conversation, but that doesn't mean we're gonna do this thing. So
that makes sense. So just a regular
Interesting.
conversation somehow. So I guess the question I'm asking is that shift that happens, like I'm assuming you typically engineer the shift, right? Because you have an interest in this person, right?
yes.
So like what contributes to that shift, do you think? Do you start staring more intensely? Does the wine start kicking in?
It's the conversation.
I'm trying to figure out what's funny. This is a conversation. So
It's the conversation. And
okay.
plus, you want to make sure you don't want to make people uncomfortable. I'm
Right.
usually not the one that brings it out first. It's been actually other people on the opposite end that's brought out the conversation.
Mm.
So, which I was just like, oh, wow, okay. But maybe it's just a vibe that him and I carry. But we're not also
Is it
afraid to say
serious?
no either.
Wait, that caught me off
You
guard.
think?
No, but because Toya, I think in the same way that a lot of people, especially ugly ass heterosexual women that nobody wants, think that lesbians want them. I feel like people be thinking just because someone is open or poly that they want them. And no, baby, you still gotta have all your teeth, your breath can't stink, you gotta have a job, you gotta dress. People have standards. What's wrong with you? Are you kind of saying that? Like you're okay?
Yes,
Think
you got to
okay.
be able to have some intelligence. You got to
Right.
be able to, hold conversation.
Uh-huh.
I can't have one-dimensional people around me. I don't hang around one-dimensional people. So why
Mm.
would I sleep with one?
Ooh.
Oh
Now
my
I can think
gosh,
of a couple of
no.
reasons, but that's
Well,
me.
you
I got
guys are
reasons.
you guys are hearing it from Toya. Do you talk about this on your channel? Do you talk relationship? Can you guys drop Toya's link in the chat, please? Do you talk about this in I never knew this part. It was
Mhm.
Houston Bread that said that she
Yeah,
gets a certain vibe from you, and
I
it
can
looks
sense
like she's
it.
right.
Yeah. If I was at a bar with Toy and she came to me talking about wine, my third sentence was to be like, "What is it? Come on, where's he at? Let's just we take an Uber, we walk in the bike. I can just you can sense it. You can sense it.
And
Thank you for
plus, it may not even happen that night. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? It would be
mhm.
like, it's almost like when you're getting to know someone,
Yeah,
it wouldn't be just like, all right, let's go. That, it's not like that quite all the time.
right.
Because there's two of us that you're dealing with. Or,
Whoa. Oh, it has to involve your husband?
no, not all the time.
Oh,
No,
okay. Okay.
no,
Asking
But
for
he
no.
has to know, right? Is
If I
that
respect what we do, yes.
okay? See, boundaries. Exactly. That's why it works for you because he knows. I think part of the problem when it doesn't work for people is when they start hiding it, right? Maybe
Correct.
they enjoyed it a little too much, or they enjoy like being with that other person, and they say, okay, well, it's not a big deal because we're sharing anyway, and then they start sneaking and
Yes.
um and doing that, and then it kind of like messes everything up. Yeah.
Exactly. And that is cheating. That is, you're going out of the rules. Like relationships, all kinds of relationships, either poly, open, monogamy, have some kind of rules. Even in monogamy, certain women don't mind if a man goes to a strip club, but there's boundaries. Like you ain't going, you ain't going to be hopping in the back seat with that stripper, or be careful, don't be going to the champagne room. There's boundaries,
Right.
and
I
to
think
and
everything has boundaries.
yes, and I think a lot of people, and thank you, Houston, for explaining the difference between poly and open.
You're
I
so
think
welcome.
people kind of get it way off where they think, oh, it's just all about sex, sex, sex. No, it's not. It's not about that all the time. It's about trust and having security and not being insecure about your relationship, and having communication and telling your partner
Yeah.
what you want.
Hi, chat rep. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I think if I were to be open to that, I think, now that I'm older, if I were to be open to that, or if I was approached, to like have the open relationship, I think the best thing is to have an open discussion, an adult discussion. If you know that you're not comfortable and you just want to do it just to please your partner, you kind of open the door, because I've also seen where um like one partner was like, I didn't even really want it, I only did it for him, right? It's
Yeah,
usually
that's
the
wrong.
woman will say, I did it for him, and now like he
Yeah.
just kept on asking, and then I kept on doing it, and now it leads into like all these different problems in their relationship, or like an affair or whatever. I
And
just
that's a
think
big
it's just,
problem. Yes,
yeah,
exactly. That's one of the big problems where people go around saying that they're open or poly, where it's just one-sided. You're absolutely right. And I do see like a lot of women who, have tried to do that to please their other partner, but they weren't into it, or maybe they didn't have a conversation, or maybe that person wasn't confident enough, or they maybe felt rushed. And I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. It's not for everybody. My pushing my lifestyle onto someone else is not what I'm trying to do, and it's not healthy. Everyone has their own forms of relationship. I just do appreciate the fact, especially us in the community, the Black community, are having this dialogue more. Whereas it's nothing new, or it's nothing new. It's always been there. Unfortunately, it's just been one-sided, where you've had the males that called themselves open, but they were just cheaters.
yeah, exactly. They were just cheaters. And I think that that's the thing. I think it just people just need to be like a little more open and honest about your relationship. If you don't feel secure, don't do it. It's not for everyone,
Exactly.
like you said. If you don't feel secure, if you don't trust that, if you're feeling a certain kind of way, you need to voice your opinion, because I've seen it lead to like problems in the relationship, or possibly breakup,
Yes.
entanglement, one-sided entanglement, affair, whatever you want to call it, sneaky link, and like all of a sudden, like two people are going off instead of the three or four,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
and going off and doing like their own thing. Okay, so like in your case, right? Yours is a real relationship, it's a marriage. So we also have like online relationships, right? Online
Mm-hmm.
relationship, whatever you want to call it, internet relationships,
Computer love.
um, computer love, virtual love. Okay, some might even call it pen pals, right? When I was growing up, I remember pen pals, right? Pen pal
Yep.
is not really like an American thing. It's really more of like I don't know. Do they have that? Do people like use that term commonly here, where you have, like it could be like someone that is, like lonely. I can't remember where it was that they asked us. Usually, it's like how you have like a charity organization or whatever. In this case, it was like an organization that had that wanted to help people who were like maybe they're old, or maybe they're isolated and they're lonely, and you help them by writing to them. You find out more about them, and you just write them notes or write them letters, and then they send it off. So you could call that a pen pal, or it could just be, I don't know, maybe someone you met that's somewhere else, and you guys communicate by writing letters. Do people still write letters these days?
I hope so, because that's still kind of romantic.
I think that that's
um,
romantic, right?
I hope so, but I don't think too many people know how to write about love anymore
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't think so.
But
There's
um,
like,
but I mean, I guess you could say that would be, what the internet is, via like you meet someone, uh, just got to be careful with being catfish. But I guess this would be the modern day of pen pals. I mean, minus
right.
prison, you know.
Mine is okay. Yeah, the okay. Look, the prison one. They do. Don't they have a show for that? They have a show. That used to be my one
Love
of my
after
favorite show.
lockup.
Love After Lockup. Oh my
I
gosh!
watch it
Every
too.
Friday I would watch it. I missed all of last season because of YouTube. Like I've been wrapped up in YouTube, but I love that show. How they start writing each other. But okay, so I tried to get like statistics. Like, what's the difference? Is there really a difference when it's an online relationship, it's virtual versus real relationship? Like, what are you guys' thoughts? HB, what do you think? What's your take on it?
Well, YouTube and Toya Leather, you have to look at the way
Let's
that
tell you later.
I mean, she accepted it, but you have to look at the way that society is shifting. I don't really agree or understand when people claim that relationships that start online are not real, because the internet, everyone spends a lot of time on the internet, and the internet is also just a vehicle to meeting people in the same way that
Yeah.
being in a grocery store or being in church or wherever is. I really don't understand people that try to delegitimize relationships that start online, because a lot of people no longer walk into businesses to get a job, they search online. So is that job not real? It doesn't make sense. To Toya's,
True.
every relationship has components to it outside of how you met or how you first showed up. So if you meet someone on the internet, yeah, they could be showing you a representative or they could be a catfish, but you're supposed to verify what they're sharing. That's all part of getting to know the person. So, I
Right.
mean, to me, especially because people are increasingly becoming more and more lonely, isolated, desperate, they don't even know themselves. I
Right.
think trying to delegitimize relationships that start online, whether they're romantic, platonic, is kind of outdated and antiquated. And people do so to hide their own insecurities. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I do agree. Especially, we were in a pandemic for how long? So a lot of people, like people
Like
who
one
lived
and a
on
half
their own,
years. Yeah.
yeah, were really lonely, and it was quite sad because a lot of people, the unaliving rate of where people remember the people unalive themselves during that time, that number was high because of that, because we couldn't go outside. These people had to find something else to do. So a lot of them went online. And for the people who maybe possibly doubted or maybe never believed in online relationship, they went online and then they found someone online, or at least they tested the water. So yeah, I did some stats, but let me get Toya's take on it, and then I'll give you some of the stats that I found online.
I'm kind of mixed about it. Whereas, though I would be a hypocrite because I have done online dating before, um, but I also appreciate it when I would meet someone. I could read them and feel their energy a little bit more and look at their body language more. Especially when I was a single woman, because I think it can be scary out there sometimes being a single woman, and you want to do your thing, but you don't know who you're taking home and what their vibe is.
Yeah.
Now, I also think it is quite common for people to find computer love, because you made the example of the pandemic, but also dating apps are a thing. YouTube is not a dating app, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just put this out there on the table. YouTube is not a dating app.
Good point. I was gonna talk about that. I was gonna ask
YouTube is
some
not a dating
questions.
app. But I also have this thing about a person who has been in a so-called online relationship for at least 2 years and you've never met the person. That gives me a red flag. To
Yes,
me,
I agree.
I think y- you think you might be in a relationship, but until you meet that person, you're not 100%. It's what the way they touch you, the way they hold you, the way they look at you, and not through a screen. The way that you see their body is different from when you see them on screen, their energy. So, but again, this is the modern day and age of how people date or even look for find friends, you know. So, I mean, I'm kind of mixed on it, but I
No,
mean,
Toya,
this is
I actually agree with you. Um, because like I do think that some people use the internet and like computers and all that to hide from a reality. Like if you're not happy with your body, it's easier to get someone to fall in love with your personality and keep pushing off the fact that one day you'll have to meet them. Like, The Sims was a big deal. Like a lot of people play The Sims. There's like a virtual reality. So to your point, I do think people use it as a cushion to not have to confront the very realities that they're running away from in their actual life. Because
And to
if you go
catfish.
6 months, a year, 2 years without meeting someone you're saying you're in a relationship with, that's kind of like patty cake. It's to me, it's not a real relationship.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like that's not, yeah, that definite, I agree. Listen, if I've never done any online dating. I've never done I've never used a dating app. Now I have had someone that was like interested in me, but it was like long distance. I'm not a fan of long distance relationship. because I like to see the person in person. Like after a certain amount of time, if you are not in my face, we're not in any relationship. Like I have to see you. Otherwise, I'm sorry, it's not a relationship. At that point, you're just a friend that lives somewhere else, right? Okay, so I looked up because I was curious. I wanted to see like as far, because people do have this is 2023. There are a lot of people who have gotten married that met online, right? So I'm like, how successful is it? Like, and what's the ratio from men to women? Like, is it mostly men? Is it women? So I did it. It says 28% of men and 34% of women met their match online. Okay. So I mean, it's gaining numbers. Like people can actually meet, right? People can actually meet online. Okay. And then the question is, can their relationship work, right? If you meet online. And the thing is, if the boundaries are set and if both parties are committed to the relationship, right? Then yes, it can be met. So this in this case, it would be similar to a long distance like relationship, right? Can the love overcome the distance, right? I
I
would
think
feel that
so.
is the same. Yeah, I would
I
feel like both have to be committed. I think is the key.
I that's how my husband and I were. We were long distance. He was in Cali, I was in Chicago. And but I was in the middle of like finishing school. So I didn't
Hmm.
didn't decide to, once I was done and graduated, uh, we did 2 years. And it was hard, but you know what it taught me? It taught me discipline as well. Because I would come out there to see him, or he would come out to see me, and it'd be like a once a month thing. But I'm glad I was focused on school because, first of all, I'm not going to pick up anything and leave for a dude as soon as at the drop of a hat. I needed to finish my
Right.
education first. And so, and that was important to me. And so, but it did teach me patience. That's one thing for sure. It totally taught me patience. Would I ever, if him and I would ever to divorce, would I do it again? Probably not.
Yeah, me, I
But
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I know myself. I would like if it's virtual. If it's virtual though, yeah, I could if there are rules and both parties are committed and you understand that after, like, let's say after maybe a month or something, there were like a lot of FaceTiming and a video calling or whatever, and then like one of us, I have to see you. Otherwise, I'm not gonna waste my time. Why would I waste my time? And I'm just talking to you and I never see you. That's a red flag.
yeah, but I mean, I used to say that I would never do a long distance, and I end up eating my words. And so, and I've seen it work for some people, and then again, I've seen it not work because either that person was unfaithful, or they weren't patient enough, or they end up, finding someone else. I mean, it anything can happen, but I mean that is also with online dating and also traveling. Traveling is a great way to meet people. Um,
Yeah.
so I had a friend that recently met someone in the DR, and they're going
Oh
back there to
wow.
visit them.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
yeah,
See,
S-
and they're going to see each other. So it kind of like where it increases their success rate, right? It increases their success rate because to me, if you meet someone online and then you decide to go see them, isn't that part of like committing to that relationship that you actually take it seriously, right?
correct. And I think it also depends how old you are. Like, I mean, my 20-something-year-old self probably would have not done this. Like, my partner and I didn't meet him until I was probably like 29, but we were friends before we started anything. So,
Hmm.
it depends where you are in your age as well. Because in your 20s, you're just like, I know I was trying to find myself and be single and be free. I had my thought days, let's just put it that way. Um, but I think as you evolve and grow into the person that you want to be, those ideas change and your ways of finding partnership or any kind of relationship changes and evolves as well.
Yeah, I agree. HB, you're quiet.
I sure
HB,
am.
you
But,
travel a lot.
I do travel a lot, but I'm also in a committed relationship. I'm very loyal.
Okay, that's
Even though
good.
there's different temptations floating around left and right, it's really treacherous out in these streets. But we serve a living God.
Treachery.
But we serve a living God. Anyways, I think Toya lifts up a great point, and this is the point, YouTube cameras, that anticipation really contributes to the quality of a lot of relationships. If you meet
Hmm.
somebody online and you're like, all right, I'm gonna meet this person in 3 months, the conversation is spicy, you be on the phone, you can tell when they're getting a little excited, allegedly, according to my friends. I don't know. You can tell when they're getting excited, and so it's like you're building up that anticipation. And then if you meet
Hmm.
them and it's on and popping, then you have an on and popping, joint in another zip code, allegedly. I don't know. And if it doesn't work out,
Allegedly.
okay, it's done. Let me start it over again. And it's like this continuous chase. For me, when I hear Leather talking about the shift in mindset, you go from wanting to chase with different people because you're not quite sure like what flavor you want or what sustains you, to possibly finding that in one person and making certain allowances and concessions, but chasing that thrill with one person, which is like it's like a different kind of excitement. It kind of settles you. So to be in a
Hmm.
relationship and still have those kind of allowances with communication and trust and proactive, like, introductions and stuff, that's really like the best of both worlds, honestly. I'm
I
done.
agree. She said I'm done. Hi, 704 Hidden Valley. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for subbing to my channel. I appreciate it. You said you're done. HB. Okay, so I mean, like, I agree. So
Okay.
with that said, as far as like the online relationship, what would you guess? Like, what's the average length of time that they last? How long do you think that the online relationships last?
Tell me
What's
who's
your guess?
involved. Are we talking romantic, platonic, opportunistic? What are we talking?
We're talking like romantic, like people
Romantic.
that like really want to have a romantic relationship.
Okay. Now, is this two women, two men, a woman and a man, half a woman, three quarters of a man?
And what age range?
Actually,
What age
Right,
range are
Toya.
we?
We need
okay, okay,
demographics, honey.
okay.
We need demographics.
Well,
Come
I
on.
did. Okay, hold up. Let me
Okay.
see.
All right. Yeah.
Well, I
Mhm.
didn't do that, but I would say like the average range that I saw was like 3 years. Now it didn't
What?
differentiate whether they were young or I would say that is less.
That's
The
long as
av-
fuck. That 3 years is
yeah,
long.
That's
exactly. It
pretty,
must be like
yeah.
oh, it must be like the older group, right? Like if you're older, probably you have other things that you have that you're doing that keeps you busy. Like maybe you have a job, you have like other hobbies, you have other maybe stuff, and so you're not really focused on the relationship. I would say that for younger people, hey Rita B, Rich B, I would say that if you are younger, I would say that it's less because you probably end up talking to more than one person, okay? Because I
Mm.
Yeah.
think on an average when I try to do the research, it said
Mhm.
like people on a dating app they've talked to as much as like 11 people or more at a time.
Yeah, you got to.
Damn. 11.
Allegedly. Allegedly, Toya. Okay, so I would
That's a
say
lot of, that's working.
Right, that's a lot of people,
initially,
that's a lot of people.
That's a
initially
job.
you're kind of drawn to someone's like looks and the suspense and mystery around them. And I feel
Yeah.
like that initial interest tends to wear off around 2 weeks, if I can be honest, based
Two
upon
weeks
quantitative and qualitative data. Yeah.
Damn.
And then if you're talking about like a woman and she's like a city girl woman, and they start being like, oh yeah, my phone bills this, or like they're trying to test your ability to provide, it kind of gets interesting there because it's like I haven't even sniffed the punani and you want, money. I don't even know, can you cut?
Right.
Like what can you do? And so you kind of start asking yourself what am I doing? What values does this person have? If we meet up, will it even be worth the ticket? And then, you go from there, honestly. Allegedly.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Toy agrees.
But 3 years is, I mean, that's pretty healthy. I'm guessing this is anywhere between the 30 to 45 age range as well.
It must be.
40
Yeah,
to 55.
or 35
But
to 45. I'm 40,
I'm
so
thinking,
I'm in that
You're
age.
30?
40.
I was about to
40.
say.
but I'm thinking
No,
it
I'm not
might.
30.
I'm thinking it might be
Okay.
older. I'm thinking it might be the older group that yeah, because there's no way. Because okay, so I have like different right, because online doesn't necessarily mean it's like a dating app. Like I guess you could meet them maybe if you're like maybe in some, well, isn't YouTube online? YouTube is online. It's not a dating app, but people have met on here. And that
Mhm.
is reasonable because a lot of people spend a lot, not everybody spends this amount of time. There are people who are on here 24/7. There are people who are on here 8 hours, 10 hours. That's like equivalent to work. I've met people, I mean, yeah, I've met people on the job, right? You meet people from other friends. Maybe someone from YouTube said, hey, there's this guy that's in the chat, or there's this lady that's in the chat, and I would like for you to come over here and meet them. Maybe that's the case, and that's how they meet the person. But how many stories have we heard of people meeting on YouTube? So even though it's not a dating app, it is online. It's a different form of online, relationship. It's not a dating app, but it's online. So that's different versus the people who are actually on a dating app, right? So when I did that, I was like interested, like, by the way, do you guys know the most popular online dating site? Take a guess.
It's either between Tinder, Hinge, or it's definitely not eHarmony. That's if you want to get married. Bumble. I think Bumble's one of them. I named
Okay, you are like
3.
naming name. Okay,
Are
so
you ready for my guess?
yeah.
I think it's Match.com.
No, Toyo was right. The number one is Tinder. Okay, then the others are Bumble and Hinge.
Oh, see, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then it said the most popular is Tinder. It says there's like 366 million people registered online to dating apps. Okay. Hi, OG Jamal. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, 1 in 5 people are using online dating app. Okay. That's like what? 20 something percent. That's a high number of people. 19% are talking to 11 or more people at a time. And
That's
then
just
about
conversations. They're not like talking, I don't think.
they're talking. That's what he said. I mean, like
No.
they're communicating and probably getting to like know each other. 11 of them at a time. And then it
Yeah.
says 19% of the people. Okay, no, about 14% of online daters they got married. Okay, and within those people, you said, oh look, 704 Hidden Valley native said, I agree with Rich V. Rich B said, I feel like meeting people outside of dating apps works better. It feels more natural to me. Yeah, it does. But
Yeah.
hi, OG Jamal. You said you miss me. You do? Okay. So I would say that it feels more natural, but maybe like Houston Bryce said, maybe there are some people that are shy. They feel comfortable online. They've gotten accustomed to maybe there's something they don't quite like yet to present in person, and they start off online. Who knows?
Then you're not ready to
Um,
date. Then you're
yeah,
not ready to date is
yeah,
what that person is telling me,
yep.
But what
Because they're
but
hiding.
yes,
Can I,
you're
can I
hiding. You're hiding yourself or you're hiding something.
So I gotta
So,
go in about 10 minutes, but I wanted to I don't know which one of y'all was that said it. There's so many people that are interested in dating when they don't even like or love themselves. And it's so
Yeah,
obvious.
exactly.
And
mhm.
honestly, like on YouTube, you can tell the people that don't have real lives. You can tell the
Thank
people
you.
that think they're ugly, they think they're dumb, they think their life is worthless. You can tell. And so when it comes
Yes.
to dating, it's less about
Yep.
the mechanism that you use to date someone and more about who you actually are. Because it doesn't matter if it's a couple of weeks, a couple months, a year. If you're not shit, you're not going to be in a worthwhile relationship, because why would anyone want to be with you? And so it feels like a lot
Amen
of
to
people
that.
don't even focus on that. And that's the root of their problem. But again, there's like truths that people run away from. Because I just be like, why would anybody want you? Gay, straight, in
Yeah.
between? Yeah.
Hey, Malachi, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for
I
stopping
will.
by. Hold on, let me give you more stats. You were asking about the age group, right? Okay, so the age group 18 to 29, they're the ones that are using Tinder, right? So as far as like the people, like Toya, remember you said like the ones that want to get married, the match.com is 30 to 64. And
Mhm.
then over 60, they use eHarmony. And then as far as like gay, straight, or whatever, it says LGBTQ, 55% of them use dating app compared to 28% of straight people. Ooh.
Now that also means that does not include the lesbians of that, because a lot of gay men have a lot of free will in
Oh,
some of
God.
these dating apps. Like what's the one that I'm thinking of?
Grinder,
Where you
Adam
can
to Adam, Jack to
Grinder.
Jack,
Thank
tip
you.
to tip. Yeah.
Oh, did Grinder make the list? Yes, yes, yes. The Grinder. Oh my gosh, Grinder has been a YouTube scandal. Hey, DJ, how are you? Welcome, DJ. Okay. Well, okay, I know like Houston Bread has to go in a little bit, and I mean that's a perfect time to like we'll wrap up like in about 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so for YouTube, what are the YouTube relationships that you feel, that we've had some scandals amongst the sectors. So do you feel that YouTube is turning into a dating app?
I think it's turning into a desperate
Yeah.
app.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry. I
This
gotta
is
be so
a
shady about
desperate
it.
app.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to
Oh,
offend anybody, but it's just,
why?
especially around these sectors, too many men and women gossip. Your stuff will be out in the streets. It's messy. A lot of us are, I know I can be immature on this app, but just imagine being a couple and immature on this app. Like, no, I just can't. No, absolutely not.
And then just
Absolutely
being
not.
content. I think that's what like the fear is, being content. There's only like certain things that I would share, and it took me a long time. Now, make no mistake, I was a subscriber. I have been since pandemic. That's what really brought me on YouTube, like to be putting content or like whatever. Is since the pandemic. I would say what when was it? 20. I've been on here, I would say 3 years, right? But I wasn't putting content until last year on this page. And as I mentioned before, I didn't put my face, not that I was hiding anything, but I just was like touching the waters. Let me put content. Let me just make it all about the content or whatever. And then decided, okay, let me tell a little bit about myself, because you do see a difference between people who share themselves, like people who support you. You do have people who have like a strong following that have shown themselves. Look at Pizarro, she hasn't shown herself. I like Pizarro whether she shows herself or not, regardless, right? So that's one example in the beef sector. There are people who show themselves, and you get to know a little bit about them, and they're intimate. But I feel like sometimes people feel like they're entitled to know about you, and they're not. They should just enjoy. They should just enjoy whatever the content creator decides to share with them. Now, you become content, like to what Toya said. It depends. I think that look, Sassy and Talent, I don't know how long have they been together. They don't make each other content. They've been together for some time. So it takes maturity. You can meet online. There are successful relationships that happen online and even on YouTube, for example. I would say theirs is one of them. Now, the other stuff you were talking about, Toya, I completely agree, because, you know, it's just messy. Like men exposing the women. They feel like when they break up, then they have to come and air you out. The women feeling like they have to come and expose you. Like look at what happened with Seven, right? But that guy was on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
That that guy was on YouTube. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is becoming a, what did you call it? A desperate.
Desperate tube. But I am, but let me also say this on, I'm just talking about the sector. So I'm just being biased there because there are actually larger successful YouTubers. Like I think what's her name, Tabitha Brown and her husband have a
Mm-hmm.
channel, and they've been married for like over 30 something years. And it's the people that usually don't do these relationship and we've been married this year, so this is how you do it kind of couple. It's
Yeah.
usually YouTube couples that are natural who will probably cook together or shoot the shit together, or not focusing. Everything is not just about our relationship.
Right.
So I think there's also that healthy side of YouTube content creators, and I'm not talking about this sector, but just in the YouTube atmosphere that can have relationships successfully and not be messy. But you got to think as YouTube, it's like reality TV. Most people who go into reality TV as a couple don't leave as a couple on reality TV.
Oh my God, the stats are like, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, because sometimes I feel like I hope that they work out, but some of the ones that are really toxic, listen, if your relationship is toxic, it's probably not a good idea. It's, like when they break up those reality shows and they go on, what's that show? Um, on It's on WeTV where they go and I also think that that's also scripted, because some of them are already broken up, but they go as a couple and try to make it seem like the show or the professionals are helping them fix their
Oh,
relationship.
it's oh my gosh. I used to watch that garbage.
There's breaking up.
Marriage boot
Marriage
camp.
Boot.
Kiki said
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kiki.
Thank you, Kiki.
Hey, Hood Therapy. Yeah, they go there, and you can tell because like I used to watch all of them. Even those reality shows are like scripted as well. Um, so I don't know. I do think that online, like, I mean, I guess to wrap it up, yes, YouTube is becoming um a dating app, but I kind of understand why though, because we do spend a lot of time on here. Listen, I used to watch
Mm.
all those shows. I do have a job, and then I do this page. I put content on this page, and then I have to watch content in order to put the clips on my page. So I do quite a lot of being on the app. Now, am I on there 24/7? No. I do, like, I'll wake up or whatever and I'll watch, or maybe if I'm working and I have some free time, I'll be watching some of the clips. But a lot of people or maybe don't have a job and they spend a lot of time on here, or maybe they work from home and they spend a lot of time on here. And just like with work, or maybe like reality, because they spend so much time here, they get to meet people that they like. There are some relationships that do work, there are some friendships that do work online from this app. Now, do I think that YouTube should become a dating app? Hell no. There's just too much mess. You just be
Yeah.
content. Like, it's just so messy. It's just content. If I were to come back and someone were to be interested in me, no, because I don't, like, we would have what, maybe an NDA. What is that? Like, sign an NDA, something. Okay,
Whoa,
like
if
there has
somebody
to
was
be.
if somebody was interested in you just because they came at you through YouTube, you would say no? Huh.
I would have to, if they came through YouTube. Listen to my reasons to
Uh-huh.
saying no.
Okay.
I don't want a man that's gonna be over here gossiping, and like YouTube is so important to them. I want a clear delineation. Like, I want clear boundaries set, discussion of YouTube, clear separation from YouTube and real life. I don't want to be talking about YouTube when we are like on a date or
Yeah.
spending time together. Or I don't like that. Shit gets old.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I
gotta have
don't.
separate hobbies. You gotta have separate hobbies. I understand.
Yeah, like, you gotta have other stuff to do. There has to be like a
Mhm.
downtime away from YouTube, because I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't. And that cannot be your source of income
Oh,
unless you are making
uh-uh.
um close to six figure, if not six figure. I'm sorry,
From
no.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Girl. These niggas are making 6
Let me
cents.
show
You
my
better stop.
face.
These niggas making $6 in 3 months. Cut it out.
Come Philadelphia,
I'm
say hi.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
totally in agreement with
That
you,
was for
YouTube
this
cameras, on
morning
that
was
one.
creepy.
I'm with the idea of I don't find it very attractive with some of these dudes. And I'm talking about the sectors that we go back and forth in, just seem very
Like Tasha
dusty.
K. Right. See,
You
Kiki baby,
know,
yes.
some of the dudes, like some of the things that I hear some of these men say, don't know anything about women, seem kind of dusty, don't seem educated. And I'm not speaking on all, I'm saying some in some of the
Some,
sectors we
yeah.
go back and forth, very misogynistic. And I'm like, no wonder why you're on YouTube all day. It sounds like you don't have a job, you barely have education because you can't speak, you ain't been nowhere. And we might have nothing in common other than just you being another Dusty.
And I think that look, that guy that reminds me of that guy. His name was actually Dusty for real. Oh my God,
I
that is
know.
bad. I can't believe his name was Dusty. Like,
Well, you
okay,
see,
my thing is, it's
I
gotta
have
be
to hop
more
off.
than,
I have to
huh?
hop off or I'm gonna get in trouble. I gotta make a
Okay.
phone call. But thank you so much for
See,
having me. And Toy, it was really good
thank you
talking
for
to you.
being
Hi,
here. Thank you
Houston
so much.
Bread.
No problem.
Bye.
Thank
Um,
you.
so like for me, I would say there has to be more than YouTube, right? I don't want to talk YouTube stuff. It's nice to talk about it off and on and stuff, and maybe we could have that in common, but I want a separation. And yeah, you don't really make out if you're gonna take YouTube, I want you to take it seriously like a job. I'm not gonna be talking to you and you're on YouTube 24/7. Like for what? No, I have a career and there's gonna be a time where I don't find that it's a turn. I like a manly man. I like a man that is in a man's role. I like even though I can be independent and do all that stuff for myself, but I want a man that is in charge. I want a man. I like all those things that girls like. I want you can't be make if you're not making money on YouTube, you can't, like buy me flowers. You can't go pick up, like my favorite coffee. You can buy me my favorite flowers are expensive, right? You can't do all that. So what are we talking about? And I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
mean,
feel free to send me Cash App too, because
but even I noticed even with some of the big time, and I guess I'm leaning on to the relationship guru. Oh, I gotta get off here really soon. I gotta start dinner. I didn't realize what time it was.
I
Um,
know it's like 9:47. Kiki said drop.
um,
Um,
what was I gonna say? I noticed even with some of the male content creators who, and this is more on the relationship guru side,
mhm.
um, that do make good YouTube money are mentally broken as well. So there would be that factor where you may have a nice check from YouTube and be a high-end content creator, but also at the same time, it feels like you were kind of mentally broken. I've just seen a lot of that throughout the YouTube atmosphere because I go
Yeah.
from anywhere in politics and entertainment and like history, and then always see me around these streets. And stay away from the manosphere. Uh,
Oh, I listened to some of their stuff. Kiki, is that you? Okay, hold on. I see Kiki just joined. My dog.
Hi,
Kiki.
ladies.
Hey, Kiki, baby. How are you?
I'm good. You can finish your statements, Toya. I
You
don't want to
say good
interrupt that.
days and bad days. I mean, okay.
Yeah, it's just that, sometimes, we have to pull ourselves away from this and realize that there's better men in the real world, believe it or not, rather than have
Right.
fun on this. And I'd rather watch other people's shit and shenanigans because my shit and shenanigans is in the real world, which no one will ever know.
Yeah,
Because I'm,
exactly. And you don't have to worry about it being content on YouTube, right? Because, I think that would be my fear. I'm not saying like it's a no, but I mean, I think that there's some, hey, Big Man TV. Hi, Boo. How are you? Look, Kiki is up there. I heard. Were you? Did you add Kiki to your list of wives? Kiki, you know he has a
No, we
collection,
can't.
right?
We can't. We can't. We can't.
Okay, Kiki has a new boo. Sorry, Big Man TV.
Sorry,
Yeah,
big
Toya. I
man.
mean, you're absolutely correct, and I feel like also amongst these sectors, at least the sectors that I've been in, like to agree with what you said. I think because of what they go through on here, it kind of like mentally damages some people, and or maybe makes them feel, I don't know what the right word is for it. I know like in the sectors like that I've been in, which is like the black beef Mo3 sector,
Hmm.
some of the stuff that has happened here has been like kind of dark, and it's kind of made some people turn cold or be like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
damaged, and so that's really unfortunate about the whole situation. And yeah, so to your point, yeah, do you want to like, I don't want to, bring that into real life unless there's a separation. Listen, that's why I say go get counseling, go get help,
Hmm.
something.
Sometimes I think, though, I'm just gonna speak from experience because I'm always very transparent. I think that you can be, you find yourself going through something and then you don't know who to trust on here. So you open
Yep.
yourself up to some of those people, which if you were probably just in your regular mind frame yourself, you would have never entertained those people in the first place. Because if you watch their channels, you can see them screaming, calling women all out of their names and stuff like that. But then there are other
Hmm.
content creators. They don't fight with women like that. And you can watch their channels and you can see educational stuff. You can see spiritual stuff. You can see a whole different realm of things instead of just of bickering, fighting back and forth. So I think you can date on here. It just you have to be careful. Watch the person, get to know them. If they're asking you like what do you like to do, if they're, just talking about things that'll help you in life instead of send me a pic or this or that, then that person can probably be a little bit more stable.
And if they're telling you send me a pic, and that's the thing, like listen, if you're being asked for a pic online and you just barely met the person, you
Red
have to be
flag.
careful, red flag, right? Because why are you asking for a pic? Especially if it's a nude or if it's a suggestive pic, that's something that can be used as a leverage. Here where people like to expose people, that's gonna be used against you later on if you guys fall
Hmm.
out or whatever. So I think people going into a relationship, you meet someone is good in the beginning, and when you fall out, all of those things now become content. So I think that that's like a cautionary thing, just based on what we've seen here,
That
right,
is
Kiki?
annoying,
Absolutely.
Keish. It is annoying, but it does happen. People do
Hi,
say
Kishi.
stuff like that, and you kind of be like, should I?
Yeah, like no, I'm not sending you a pic. I just met you. You can look at the pic on my profile thing. At least I'm showing my pic. Like if you want my pic, just look at whatever I've posted. Like I don't know you. I'm not gonna send you a pic.
Right,
Like,
right.
sorry, no, I'm not sending
Well,
no
ladies,
pics so that you
I
can
have to
use.
go ahead and get out of here. But thank you for the wonderful panel, YouTube cameras. You
Thank you
ladies
so
have
much,
a wonderful
Toya.
evening.
You too,
Thank
Toya.
Thank
I
you,
think I
Toya.
done
I
told too
really
much about
appreciate it.
myself. So
No, you were
yeah,
open.
but
You were open, and I
but
appreciate your openness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'll see you out in these streets because something's going to
All
happen
right.
tonight.
Of
I
course,
Yeah.
it's
know
already
something
been
was.
happening.
It's
You guys
already
are
been happening.
behind. You guys are
I know,
behind.
like I want to get off so that I can go. What something was happening, and I was like 10 minutes late. It was already happening. I was watching it throughout the whole time, and
Hmm.
then I came on here. I was like, I could see notification going across my phone. So I'm sure, hopefully, I'll be able to catch it,
Yeah, before they, put it
but
on members
private it,
only and private
right?
it, and also, I don't know if you're cool with her, so I don't want to say her name, but she's over there dragging, and it's funny as heck. Just
Really?
she's a babe. She's over there. She's dragging for filth, and it's funny. Um, yeah. Then something happened over there at the person who shall remain nameless. Something happened over there, and it
Oh, that one
was,
went live too. The one from this
yeah.
morning. That person from this morning.
He jumped on a person's panel who I won't speak on. He jumped on, and of course,
Oh,
my name came
interesting.
up. My name came up like as soon as he
Damn.
was up there, basically. So he was
I'm
going back
looking
and
at
forth
notifications.
with that lady.
Mm-mm-mm.
He was going back and forth with that lady, and I use the term lady lightly. So that happened, and then she was dropping the link for him to come over there, and he was faking like he was gonna come, and then
But he
he just
didn't.
he started like he came up there, but he was talking to his homeboys in the background, and they were trying to talk to him, and he just basically talking to his homeboys in the background, and she got very frustrated and kicked him off. She said
Well,
she
because
still
she wants everything to be about her. Like you have to. Oh man, that person is no longer on. Is that person off already? I don't see a
yeah,
live
because
there.
they were saying that they had to leave like shortly, so
Okay.
they went out, but they were on there for a long time because whenever she was on the guys panel, did
Mhm.
you see that?
I saw when she was on the first guys panel and she was basically doing, oh man, girl, check out. You guys should pay attention to my community wall because when you guys are not paying, maybe you might be watching the live or you may not be there, but I'm posting because some people I just don't drop down in their chat.
Yeah.
So that the last 2 or 3 posts I made was about that, right? Because I
Hmm.
saw the live where she was on that person the first guy's live and she was trying to make that person pick. Like,
Right.
why do you have to make people pick? You just arrived here not long ago and you had nothing to do with that person's page popping or whatever it is that you call it. If it's a business relationship, you cannot dictate to people who they can and cannot, like align themselves with, okay? Especially when you are known to flip on your loyal supporters. There's no loyalty over on your side, so you cannot expect people to have this dying loyalty to you and get rid of people that they've been aligned with before you got here. To me, that doesn't make any sense,
It
okay?
doesn't, but she never makes sense. So
This is another one of those online relationships, like that includes friendship, YouTube ships, whatever you want to call it, business relationship that's online. You cannot expect something from someone that you're not giving to them. If you don't give them loyalty, you cannot expect loyalty from them. It's like it's ludicrous to go on someone's panel because you helped them one time and you said now you want to claim them. And I see a lot of people do this on YouTube. When you start fighting with them, now they want to tell you that they created you, they made your page. Oh, I made you.
hmm
That man had a page before you got here. That man had business relationship with like people in the sector. You want to know who helped? Let me just be really honest here. Okay, do you want to know who helped that person get to the beef sector and get the audience? It was Tracy. Okay, so
yeah,
let's be
yeah,
honest. I know that, look, she has a lot of us blocked or whatever, but Tracy he was already in like that sort of alignment. He when the merge happened and the Mo3 sector, like DG and Gordo, like went over to the Mo3 sector. When that merge happened between the Mo3 sector and they went over there to the beef sector and black sector, that happened. But not everybody was at that time. This person, this content creator, was not even coming live. Okay, I think I talked about this before. This content creator was not coming live, so his page was not popping. His page started popping and he started getting known when across those other sectors when he started going to Tracy and MU. So if we're gonna be honest and be transparent, let's just be honest, okay? Lady, you just arrived here. This has been ongoing from last year. We cannot just like change history. We just
it's been
can't.
a
I'm
lot.
sorry.
She was over there like really losing it, and then
She was losing it. It was crazy. It was like childish. How are you gonna claim you're that bitch, but yet you're having a tantrum because you want someone to pick you.
yeah.
You want to be picked, but you're that bitch.
So after that, when the creepy guy from this morning, went over
Uh-huh.
to her panel, um, Okay, so first she was saying that she didn't like people, she didn't like how he uses the B word or whatever. The other lady came back up too, that he used to be friends with. And they were going back about that, and then here comes the Kiki. Oh, you even called Kiki a B the other day. And I'm like, this is funny because
Why is she
he
bringing
wasn't
you up?
he wasn't right. I'm always a topic. So he wasn't even, and I've really never done anything to the lady, but whatever. So he wasn't dealing with her though. After the whole thing with her choosing Queen, he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't dealing with her. But now that you realize that me and him are not eye to eye, he pops up on your panel and you let him up there. That's how this thing works over
I
here on
mean, she's like known to be. I mean, she's messy. She's gonna do because messy sells. She's gonna do messy. And okay, messy's good and all that. But I mean, like all this stuff that I saw was just. It's like the whole divide and conquer. Okay. I mean, I get what she's doing. I get that's what that's what she's trying to do. But however, you cannot come and claim. I've seen it happen, and I always see it with a lot of especially like the men, right? I saw it happen with DG when he fell out with certain people. They claimed that, oh, I made your page was not popping. I said, no, he made his page. Like his name is on the channel. This guy's name is on the channel. He wasn't popping. He went and made relationships before this person arrived. This person has only been here for 3 months, not even 4 months. So you couldn't have made his page. He already had a following. He already had people coming. He had other alignments or other YouTube shifts that helped him. And it
Yeah.
wasn't just yours. You're bringing the number because all these people are going over there and rocking with you, but not everything is permanent. You don't know how long that's going to last. Okay.
Yeah.
You share him and you do all that, and then they go there because people want to go and see the mess. But he was having 200 people or whatever the case maybe before she showed up. He was having that from his other YouTube shifts. So let's really be honest. We can't just change history. Like I
Yeah.
hate when that happens. I'm sorry. Like I have to call that out.
Right.
Right? I have to call it out. That's not true. Like you helped him with an isolated incident, but then you also caused a lot of problems within his relationship. You constantly want him to pick. If you truly support someone, you don't have to make them pick. You just have to tell them what you like and don't like. It's up to them to do it. You can't
Right.
make them pick you over other people. Oh, pick a side, right?
Right.
So yeah, I saw that unfolding and I was like, this is a hot ass mess.
Yeah, that was
It's a
crazy.
mess.
I think we're too grown for that. You can like whoever you want to like.
You can like it's a free app. People can go wherever they want. And there was a whole thing about, oh well, this other person is being neutral. That's how that person has always operated. If they operate like that and the people that she rocks with operate like that, fine. There are people who don't get along that I'm cool with. Now when it comes to people that I really like, the people that I fuck with, like the people that I say that are my core, I don't try to be neutral. I pick a side. So I get it. Pick a
Yeah.
side and you go with it. But people can be neutral. It's a free app. It
But
is a
like
free damn app. They can go wherever the fuck they want. You may not like it, but they're
at the end of the
grown.
day, what are like they really, really fighting?
I
Every
mean,
day you log on here and somebody is screaming and yelling and mad and cursing. Like what is making you so angry?
they just because it's a part of it is a play. There's like all kinds of plays going on. Like okay, part of it is real, part of it is not. I mean, some people this is what they have, and it's like a fine line between this and reality, and unfortunately it kind of blends in, and hopefully when they turn it off they can go to their real life, but you can't tell me that it doesn't creep into your real life because it messes with your psyche.
Yeah, it does.
And especially like in the beef sector, right? The whole thing, the content is beef, like people are beefing. So I guess they bring it. That's what it brings clicks, it brings views, it brings cash apps. People like it. People pay people to drag and do all that. So I guess that's part of it. But let's be real. Don't change history. That's my thing. When I saw that, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! Come on, lady! Like,
Yeah.
you can't claim someone's paid. You can't claim you did all the. like every time you have to say name all the stuff you for did for that person. That person doesn't owe you an explanation of what they did. That person was working with that content creator since last year before you showed up. Let's
It
keep it real.
it gives me nature boy vibes. Like it really
Yes.
gives me nature boy vibes. It's like a nature girl.
It's
Like
like a cult. Like you want all this cult following. You want people to listen. If whoever wants to drop down and kiss the ring, go ahead and do it. Kiss the
yeah.
ring. Pay your membership. It's your money. It's your whatever. You want to go to that cult. You do it. Be my guest. We're all adults. As far as I know, no kids are allowed, or like no kids are in any of these sectors where we're at. So adults are free to do whatever the heck they want, and it's their page, they can do whatever. But when you come here and you are telling all these lies and trying to change history, come on now, don't change history. Like,
Yeah.
be for real.
People will
Like, we
say
see
things
what's
over and
happening.
over again, especially like all the times accusing me of stalking. But every time she gets mad at attitude, she says where she saw me at.
Yeah, that also is kind of weird to me. Like, why? It's kind of, is it like being messy? I don't know what the word is. Yeah, me either, Kishi. Like, there are times where I say I'm logging off because I just see just a bunch of negativity. I have to get the heck away. When there's
Yeah.
a lot of hollering, like for me, when it's a lot of hollering and a lot of screaming, and you're doing that for hours and you're dragging and hollering at someone, I can't do it. I can, like, if you hear me and I'm pissed off, this is how you know that like that's not my content. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna drag someone, I'm gonna drag them for like maybe 5 minutes. I tell them what, because I don't really know these people personally to be. If I'm gonna talk about you for hours, I better know about you. Like, I better know your personal situation, your history on here to where I'm gonna talk about you for hours. I just can't. I want to like get it out and be done with it and move on. That's me. I can't do
Yeah,
it
about
yelling every
15,
day.
20 minutes. Yeah, 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes. And then
15-20 minutes and I'm done.
no, I'm done with it for good. I'm done with it for
Yeah,
good.
I
Like
cut
I
you
don't
out and I'm done. I'm not gonna be
yeah.
going back and forth. If like people like expect me to go back and forth, no. If you slander me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take legal action. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on YouTube. I said that before. If
Yeah.
someone is slandering or doing that, and I've warned you like to stop and you don't stop, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna pull up on anyone. I'm not doing none of that BS. I'm going to take legal actions. Period. So
Yeah.
you've
Or
been told.
what I would do if I knew that it was somebody that would do that,
Hey,
I would
DC,
just keep
welcome
a
back.
cool head with them. I would just keep a cool head with them and
Yeah,
not
I
even,
mean, like,
I'll
I
just
ignore a lot of stuff because a lot of people like have tried to say stuff to me, like maybe to like go back and forth with me. If
mhm.
you are a troll, if you're a catfish, if you are what, like a faceless, like how am I gonna scratch with someone? I don't even know what you look like. Like,
Yeah.
like what? Where is that done? I look like an insane person when I'm arguing. I'm arguing with someone, I don't know what they look like. I've never seen them. Like, how am I gonna drag you? Right? You see these people that come and they drag someone and they have an avatar and they're talking about, oh, you look funny, but I show myself on camera. So who
Right.
looks funny? Right.
Right.
And I don't get why people get so pressed, but I guess maybe I don't know. I don't understand it. Like Kishi said, I couldn't be angry all the time here. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I just
Mhm.
can't because I'm not in real life and I just can't. If it's getting too much, I'll just be off. I'll stay in the clouds or I just close the app. That's
But
typically what I do.
another thing about it too, I don't have a filthy
Oh,
mouth like that. Some of the things that they say,
some of the
I
stuff is
just
like really dark. Yeah.
yeah, some of
Look,
the stuff I've never even heard of it before until I got over here. I never heard some of
yeah,
the stuff that I put
I
together.
never did either. In my real life, like in real life, I never, like people will cuss, but some of this stuff, yeah, I've never, and I don't want it to kind of like make me, because I feel like some people when they drag, right, because they've been doing this, they drag every day on YouTube. Then in real life, like when something happens, they feel like they have to drag someone, they have to get caught, like they have to, it's like they're dragging someone in real life. It's like, no, stop it, you're not on YouTube anymore. Like you can't go and argue with them because they'll look at you or either call the cops or whatever. I see that happening. I'm like, no, please stop. This is gonna
Yeah.
be bad for you. This is
Yeah.
gonna be bad for you, or you're not on YouTube. Stop it. You're not on
Like,
YouTube. Like seep
do
into
you
real
know
life.
I literally have recordings of being told to come outside my house. I literally have recordings
That's
of being told,
crazy.
get in your truck and come meet me at the red light in front of your house. I
That's
literally have recordings
crazy.
of people then later on discussing it who were very close friends with that person. I literally have those recordings in my phone. So anything happens, I have you got so mad you lost control of yourself. I have
Yeah,
video
that's what I would do.
I have video of you saying that I was scared to come out of the grocery store. I didn't even see you, and I was with my
I think I
child.
know who you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, I think at that point, right? Like, what will make you? Because this is a country where there are laws, right? There are
Yeah.
laws here. You cannot just pull up. You cannot just do like all this stuff for clicks and views. The people that
No,
can do it, kudos to you guys. But me, I'm not fighting nobody that's offline over any beef, especially if you don't even have
I
beef
don't
with
know.
them and they want
Right.
to say you don't know them and they're telling you to come to meet me at a red light for what? What's gonna happen? Cops are gonna be called. Somebody might get like some charges. Somebody might get go to jail. Why would I want to risk that? Like
Why
that's
would I want to do
crazy.
that? I'm 47 years old. There are kids all around here. Why would I want to be outside in
Yeah,
the middle of the
that
street
I
fighting?
don't get that. That's extreme. Like I don't
Why would I
understand
want
why.
to go to the grocery store and get my groceries and then go out and fight you in the parking lot? Why would I do that?
That's kind of like that's crazy. You said that's the yeah MIA. The hater said that's the best decision. You said also
Yeah.
MIA that there's a lot of subscribers who report to that lady. What do you mean report? Like they go and tell her stuff or that work for her? I mean, I know
Yeah,
she's not
they go
paying
and tell
them.
her stuff. They go
Yeah,
and
they
tell
go
her
and tell
they
her
like
stuff.
they
Yeah,
dig up
because
stuff on people. Like I know that she is the person that gave that lady in Philadelphia all of my information. But I'm not, like I said, I'm very transparent with my life and what I do. I don't care about that. So I'm like,
yeah.
you're doxing me, but whatever. It only got to me when they doxed my daughter. Like, don't do that to her.
But the thing is, it's because people don't like, they think, oh, legal action is gonna cost money or whatever. Listen, if you do stuff, like if you take the chance to do something that is against the law and you risk that for yourself, uh, look here, under new manager saying YouTube cameras meet me at the 4 red light. If you do that stuff and you risk your freedom and actually pull up, you don't know what's. I've seen pull ups.
No,
Okay,
this person is repeating what she said, but she said at the four-way stop sign at the red light right outside your house.
damn. Like,
So you're
yeah,
letting me
that's
know that you know where I live. I don't know where you live.
right. Yeah, exactly.
So who's
That's
stalking who?
crazy. Right.
And I have you
Yeah.
on video saying this.
And the thing is, like, it's not, you know, it's crazy because I don't know when people are gonna wake up because a lot of stuff, someone from YouTube just was unalived from a YouTube beef, right? People need to wake up. I don't want anything bad to happen. Their mothers, their aunts and uncles, their like parents, they're like all kinds of, like your loved ones. You don't want. Is it worth the clicks and views? Okay, yeah, you might get cash out, but how much cash out? Look, I want to make sure I'm able to pay for a roof over my head. I need to keep my internet. I need to pay all my bills. Are you
Right.
making that much money every month from all these shenanigans in order for you to keep doing all that stuff?
I
Right?
don't
Is
think
it worth
so.
it?
I don't think so.
MIA, the hater said she blocked me for Arena's comment, and as expected, guess who drops in the chat? Oh wow. Okay, is she? Oh no. Wait, are they talking to each other? Okay. The Cheyenne YouTube camera. She needs help for real, and she stay lying on people. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I hate like the lie roasting. I hate the blending of the truth and with lies, right? You know, there's
Yeah,
some people who are gullible on here that may believe that, but
they do. I
yeah.
had like, okay, this whole situation, the big situation that went down, right?
Hmm.
I never met the lady that showed up. I didn't know who she was. This half of her chat, over 500 people will tell you that I set her up. How can I set you up to run
Yeah,
and
I
beat up
heard
somebody
that.
that you know that I never met?
Yeah, that's
Make
what,
that
like,
make
that's
sense.
the narrative, right? How can you set it? Yeah, how can you set someone up?
This is a
And
lady you've talked to over the phone. This is a lady that has DM'd you on Instagram. This is a lady, when she shows up, I said, who is this? It's right on the video.
yeah, exactly. I heard you when she played it. When she played her video, then you hear, because all you've seen, like, in the past, you've seen like other, like, clips of it, but when she played her own video, you can hear you saying, "Yeah, who is that?" Because you were shocked, like you didn't know who she was. Yeah,
Right. And I
I
was trying
remember
to
that
keep
when
it
I watched her
cool.
video.
I
Yeah.
said, nobody's going to hit anybody. Nobody's going to do anything to anybody. So, do you think I'm going to run out to see a fight? No, I'm going to sit my ass right inside that place because I'm not getting involved in that.
Especially in that area that you guys are at, you said it was mostly Caucasian people, and then they see, like, you know, three black ladies over there making some noise. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna call the cops.
Do exactly what they did, and somebody's
Yeah,
going to jail. They're not playing.
they're not playing. They, yeah. So,
They're not playing.
hey, free thinker. Hey, Tanya Renee. How are
Yeah,
you?
but to me,
Welcome, guys.
hi everybody. I don't see how that narrative. I had all those people attacking my channel, all those people attacking me every time I go in chats, saying, and they still now make videos calling me the setup queen. But how does that work?
I don't know, and I think that they need to, like, I think they need to drop that narrative, but unfortunately, in the sector that we're in, hey, Queen Dead TV, how are you? Welcome. Unfortunately, in the sector that we're in, it's gonna be hard because, you know, like, that narrative is out there, but they need to pay attention to the narrative that is following this person that has now come back to a different YouTube and has now started a bunch of stuff all around the sectors.
All
Like,
around.
all around the sectors, that's what people need to pay attention to. Like, just keep your
And
eyes open and watch for yourself, and don't be like a follower and just, like, play along and listen to people changing history and
yeah,
changing.
there you go. And then almost it's like at least once a week that person says my name. Still, while me talking to you, I have not said that person's name.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
not
I
paying
don't
attention.
hear you say her name, actually. I haven't heard you
No.
say her name ever. Like, even whenever you were talking about, like, the video that was up there, you never even said her name. And, like,
Mm-mm.
when you had to talk to the people offline, you put it on mute and then you talked.
Right.
So I don't know. The whole thing is weird to me. I don't know why.
But she
I
tells
guess
people that I'm obsessed with her. Who's the one looking like they're obsessed?
I'm also watching what's transpiring with her and Skoka over there, in the other sector, and it just, like, there's so much confusion and chaos where that's, like, you know, um surrounded, and that's like one friendship that this other guy had. Now, granted, maybe they, you know, like, there were some wrongs or whatever that they did to each other, but I can definitely tell you that this person played a role in messing up that friendship or that YouTube shit, and these people knew each other in real life. So I don't think people should be allowing, you know, like, this. The topic of this was, like, online relationship, and, like, that includes any type of relationship, YouTube ship, friendship, romantic relationship. I
Right.
see people letting, like, certain people get in their ears and messing up relationships that they have in real life. If you're able to form a real friendship with someone outside of you know, YouTube, and that person has been good to you, you should, like, cherish that, and maybe try not to, I would say, protect it. This is the reason why I don't talk about people who are real friends in real life. I try not to talk about their relationship because there's already enough people like feeding into it that will cause them to break up. If it's natural and if it's meant to be, then let it be. But I understand that if they put it on YouTube, it becomes content. I get that, but it's unfortunate because that young lady was a true friend to and I thought it appeared that she was loyal to this guy, and this person came and inserted herself in the relationship and is gone south. Hopefully, if it's meant to be, maybe they can patch up their relationship. Okay, so MIA, the hater said, another example is a positive comment I left on Kiki's video. What a coincidence. The representative of sobriety shows up in Nika's live stream today. Oh no. Who's the representative? I was in Nika's. Who showed up? You mean MU? Are you talking of MU? Hey, I'm that messy. How are you? Welcome.
These people go everywhere. It doesn't really bother me because and thank you for the comment, but it doesn't really bother me because I don't have like, I have probably like 3 people on here that I'm really, really cool with, like, and we never have problems. That's gonna be YouTube cameras, that's gonna be Quiche, and it's gonna be Bay now, you know.
But listen, here's the thing, right? Like people, when people know that you guys are like your friend, if they see someone that you support and they see like a good YouTube ship, they try to get in between that and they try to mess that up. Okay.
Yep.
I've
They'll
seen
point
that
out some
happen to me.
comments. They'll
Mm-hmm.
they'll make comments seem like you said something in a chat that you didn't say. They email you, "Ooh, get away from that person," this and that. Like
Yep.
they always do that. So that's why I tell people when I meet people or whatever, and they're really cool with me. I tell them, "All right, you're about to get 1,000 DMs about me. I'm just letting you know."
And see, that's my thing. I don't really bother anyone, but I still see like certain people like say stuff. And I think my thing is that there's a lot of people that go in the ear, oh, we saw this person in an ops chat, or oh, you're doing this. There's just like a lot of narratives, right?
Right.
And I think you have to just learn to have a thick skin and just let a lot of like just ignorant stuff like roll off your back, because a lot of
Oh,
people try to get a reaction out of you or try to mess something up,
yes.
right?
Let me tell you, you can have, and I'm gonna say the relationships that I've had with people. I was constantly fixing what somebody said I did. People have a
Yeah.
habit, like content creators will text you and be like, and I'm not talking about Tracy. Well, Tracy asked me questions, but she do it on her panel. But I'm talking about they will text me kind of upset. Did you say this? Did you really say? I'm like, I'm at work. Or I'm like,
Yeah,
what are you talking
exactly.
about? And it's like people like, oh, you're exposing me. You put my voice on there. I'm like, no, you said pizza. That's all they heard you say. I put it on mute. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is how
Yeah.
mess gets started between friends. Like, why would I want to expose you?
Because people like to see exposure. They want to see people get exposed. They want to see you air someone out. They want to know like what's behind the scenes. They want to know like what, like, oh, what are they talking about? What's the truth? They want to see some sort of chaos. They want to see some sort of mess, because maybe that's their escape from, I mean, their own reality, or maybe like, I don't know, like that's their form of entertainment that they like. It could just be a host of stuff. I'm not really messy. I post clips, I do lives, but I don't, occasionally if someone will like poke at me once, twice, I just ignore it because I know they're waiting for, but I don't bother anyone. If I say hi to you and you don't say hi back a couple of times, I take a note, like, okay, maybe you just don't want to be bothered, and I leave you alone. Like, it's a free app. People go
I don't really bother
everywhere.
anyone either. People get actually look really mad at me, a person that they don't know from the internet, being in my own house, drinking my own wine.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
cut
And I
off.
think I think that is because here is the thing, which is why I don't like to like judge. If I judge, I don't know what's the word to say. It's a very, we're in a sector where they will troll you and they will judge you, and they like, you will be content forever, right? So
Yeah.
when whatever you put out on your channel, right? Like the time that we came up, it was me, Kish, and Emu, and we said, okay, well, we understand this is your outlet, and I kind of understood it, but when certain people were coming over there and doing all kinds of stuff, one of the times I got mad because I felt like I saw those same two people, they had you there and you weren't in your right mind,
Yeah,
and
I
be
didn't
that
like
as it
that.
may.
I
Yeah,
didn't
and
like that.
be that as it may, like you're an adult or whatever. But the thing is, like they will use it against you. It will forever be like content somewhere. And then if someone gets mad at you and they want to drag you, guess what? The first thing they're gonna do?
That's the
They're gonna
first
go
thing.
bring it up.
Oh,
Yep.
that's the girl over there said that today. She's talking about, I don't know where she gets this long tit situation from, but there's nothing long about my boobies. They're sitting right up there on the picture. She's so jealous. She was talking about my
Mhm.
body. You see, I don't even talk about her like that. I never talk about her like that.
Yeah.
She was like the
That's
drunk girl with the long titties. Like that stuff doesn't bother me anymore. Like after people do that stuff to you years and years, like that becomes nothing. It's old. Find something else.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like yeah, that's the thing. And I think that when people have that, they feel like, okay, well, I have a bunch of stuff that I can use against you. Like, should you even attempt to like come for me for whatever, or should I need to drag you? Now I have like so much stuff that I'm gonna pull out. And they will watch. People like to see mess. I mean,
Yeah.
do you notice when you're doing positive content,
I don't
right?
have a lot of
Like
views.
you don't have a lot of, yes, like same here when I'm doing like this was about a relationship. Now, however, if I was dragging someone or cussing someone out, or if I was doing some exposure or like exposing of someone, there would be
Yes.
hella people in the chat because this is what people like, that they like
Yeah.
mess. And I think that that's why that certain person always is in like like creating some sort of
Right.
mess,
To try to get the numbers up
to try
because
to get the
they're
numbers that
depending on this. Yeah.
yeah.
And so my thing
So
is, I'm like you. I came over here when there were 6 people over here. I don't have to be in a chat full of people to
me
enjoy
either.
someone's live. Like I rather it be intimate and we're just talking
I
like,
like the intimate setting actually.
yeah.
Yes, me
Like
too. I
on
do.
some of my messy videos, it got like 1,800 views, 1,600 views, or I'm talking about messy in both ways, like too intoxicated or just fighting with people. Those are the ones that
Hmm.
got the most views, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because they like the mess. That's what they like to. They like to see the mess. They like, and I mean, look, we all. I can say that I'm messy. Like, even though I do clips, like with my title or the description, I do get messy because people like that, and the stuff that the content is beef sector content or more three sector content, and all of it is like messy, right? That's the nature
Yeah.
of the sectors we're in, and people like that. They like mess,
I'm
and that's
I'm
why
looking
they
at my
come.
videos. I have this that says me and you, and it has a music picture up. It's 338 views. I have this that says let me talk to you for a minute, and there's a guy motioning his hand like come here. That has 965 views.
See, so you know what sells. Like it's the messy stuff. Like maybe she's gonna expose this person, or maybe she's gonna talk about what really happened, right?
Oh
Like
yeah, and
that
when I say
time,
stuff like yeah,
the text
and
message, that text message one, how many views did it get? I bet you it got lots of views.
it got lots of views. And then why are they
Exactly.
always ready to screenshot something? Like why are
Yep.
y'all always ready to? I'm not recording. I'm not screenshot unless it has something to do with my safety. Other than that, I really don't have time for that. I don't care. I don't really care about what these people do on this app. This video of me said, "So you're doxing my baby" is 1.3 thousand views. Like,
Yeah, because people are nosy. They want to know who got dog, who the baby. The baby was dogs. Who dogs the baby? Like people just want to come see
yeah.
the mess. They
So,
want to come and see the mess. Okay, look, MIA said it's also creepy when one or three people in the chat interact with the content creator while those in the clouds
oh
don't even say
yeah,
hello. Yes, that is kind of creepy.
it's like 60 people in there, and then it's 3 people talking. Like,
Yeah,
what are you?
because it's
They're here
like
waiting for some mess, looking for
they're
some
waiting
mess.
for some mess, like they don't want to drop down or don't want to be seen in there, or they they just want to listen and see like, oh my gosh, or maybe they're like screen recording or whatever. I don't, who
Working
knows?
for another content creator. Uh,
Yeah,
thank you, MIA. Working with another content creator to help them get the screen recording so they can, have it in their repertoire. They're just running amok.
you're running amok, exactly, running amok.
Some,
But
some of them,
anyway,
what's crazy to me? That they hold on to the video for 5 years and then will
that's
replay
crazy.
it. I'm not. First of all, do you know how much video footage I would have to go through to get a video from 5 years ago?
And they would have to like, if they're storing it, like they would have to, in order to easily find it, you have to like name it. Like you have to put the description of, like you have to title it appropriately so that you can find it from like 5 years ago. Oh no, hell no.
Yeah. It's
Damn,
like for instance, that video that she has up there, that's from 4 years ago. People keep
that's
saying three, but
crazy.
that was actually 4 years. That was 2019. So it's about to be 2024. So like 3.5 years ago.
Well, as like her number one supporter that she kicked to the curb, or that she did away with after using her number one, the like right hand woman, said she never really went anywhere. She was always watching those times that we thought. So maybe she probably just had it all along. Like, if she never went anywhere, that means like it was probably still in her studio. It was probably like wherever it was stored, it was still there.
But after all those years, oh, okay, so she wasn't making videos, so she didn't have as much footage to go through. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, she didn't have as much footage, and she may you can still record. She may have recorded, but it just in her studio, or maybe she recorded and put it somewhere. She just was not going live. She wasn't based on what this is all alleged, because this is based on what her ex friend said. Her ex friend said that she never went anywhere. That all those 3 years that she was there. She was watching. She was watching the whole time. That's what her video said.
And that's weird too. Like, I'm not gonna sit on the app for 3 years and just watch and don't interact.
And don't interact. Or maybe if she was interacting, maybe she was under like a different name or
Yeah,
something.
under
She
and
probably was.
and if she couldn't go from her devices, no one is stupid. Your children have devices.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what her ex-friend just revealed, because everybody was like, okay, so she was or wasn't. I think even before, because people kept saying her name, it's like, is this lady gonna come back or what? Like, why do, like, there was a time that increased the amount of time that we're talking about her. I'm like, what the heck? Is this
Yeah.
lady already back? And or like people know and they're not saying anything or whatever. They kept talking about her. I'm like, I mean, like, she's either gonna come back or she's not.
Wait,
So
they were
who
acting
knows?
like she was. They were acting like she was the biggest hero. They act like she didn't call cops on people and send them to the door and get them arrested for real, for real. They act like she
Well,
didn't call CPS and
we're
get
seeing that
people's
now.
children taken for real, for real. They're
She's doing
acting like
that now. She's
she's
still
doing that
doing the
again.
same stuff. She called FBI. She called
Oh
FBI on
yeah, oh
live.
yeah.
She called FBI on live. She called Popo on people. She sent US Marshals over to someone's house, or someone got served or got something with US Marshal at their house. She sent stuff, and like, to me it sounds like the same antics. If you're
Wow.
calling CPS, and if you're we at least there's one incident where we heard her on live calling. So
Yeah, they act like she doesn't do all of that to people, and no one can. Like, if I barely even mentioned the lady, and I just put in a chat, I just put something. Yeah, when we were over there at that one panel, I just put something in the chat, and I had all these comments coming on my page. Oh, you shouldn't poke a bear. I even got a text message from somebody. I blocked them because I'm like, what?
where
Well, how?
it's not poking the bear. Like, here's the thing, like what they say, if you put it on YouTube is content, right? If you do something on YouTube, like let's say you're on someone's panel and you're talking, if this person is doing all that stuff and it's being discussed on YouTube, It's content for people to discuss. That's not poking any bear. That's just making your commentary on what's happening. Like we were just talking about what happened on another content creators panel involving this individual. It has become content because people who are watching it, I bet you they're talking about it right now. People are going to talk about it today. People are going to talk about it tomorrow. It becomes content. That's just expressing your opinion based on what happened because we interact with these people.
Right. But I
That's
don't
not
understand
poking
how
the bear.
how do some people have, and my new friend explained this to me, that if you're trying to do something good, yeah, you're not gonna get the, I'm trying to put in words how he put it. You're not gonna get like the popular. You're not gonna be the most popular. But when you're doing evil and hateful things, then you're
Yeah,
gonna
people
become the
like it.
people's hero. Yeah, like you're the one that they're cheering on. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, they like it. They like to see the CPS call, the cop call, the pull up. They like to see all that mess. MIA said, in my opinion, they are goofiest individuals I've seen on YouTube. He said, I asked what impact does she leave on YouTube, and some have said they don't even know either. Right, they don't. But I
She brought
mean,
the
she's
darkness. She brought the darkness to the beef sector.
like, yeah, and yeah, she's helped people, and I would say yes, we've seen her do some good for people. We've seen her do like some bad, but what happens is when she turns against you, then she takes all that stuff away, right? If she
Yeah.
gets you numbers, if she gets you numbers, like she was over on the other chat, right? And
Mhm.
basically saying you need to make her pick a side, or you need to vow your loyalty to me. And then she said it was like a threat, alleged threat, like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna, after tonight we're gonna find out. And what did she do? She left his chat that had 800 and something people and went live and announced on there that she's gonna go live. And what did that do? What do you think that's gonna do? Hello,
They want to
I'm
see what she
surprised
got to
he didn't
say.
know that. Yeah, she drained his chat. That's like the biggest and oldest trick ever. How he didn't see that, I don't know. Why did it take someone else to tell you that that's what she was doing? That's what she did. She
That's what
told you, I'm gonna see how much, since you don't believe me, since you don't want to vow your loyalty, since you don't want to kiss the ring and say that I created you or whatever. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go live after today. You will find out. And she went live and she drained your chat.
yeah, and
Petty.
it's like she's like Nature Boy. You know how he would make the girls like, okay, you're my wife, and then he would just like denounce Aya all the time, and then make her feel super shitty. Like that's what she does to people. It is the
And
same
make the
thing.
others beat up on her. Make the
Yeah,
other. Did you see the one where they were like beating up on her? All those girls. It was basically like they were attacking her. This feels like the same stuff.
yeah, it is the same. It is the same. It
Like
is
you
the
want,
same.
you are putting try you want him to, like, did she want him to denounce, like, or make Tracy like pick a side? Why would Tracy pick a side? Tracy was rocking with him before. Those people were rocking with him before you showed up. You were only here for a few months. So you wanted people to denounce who they have, just like I'm choking. Just like the mob squad, right?
Mhm.
It was the same thing. It was the same thing.
I just don't know how you could do that, and then you say all these scriptures. Like her friend said, why are you playing with God even?
Yeah, that I don't like. Like saying God's name and all that stuff.
That's the same stuff Nature Boy used to do. One minute he's talking about God, the next minute he's talking about what's the other people they worship? What's his name? The Muslim people who they worship.
Is it
Allah, he's talking about,
Yahweh, Allah, or
yeah,
whatever? Yeah.
he does that. And then he just like, I don't know. So I don't know if some of these people are like the women and the men that went over there. You know, they could be like that. And so their mind is manipulated easily.
Well, I think that you can see that on here that the people who believe it and go over there. Some of them they're going over there just to watch the mess and like be entertained, but some are because they're easily manipulated, right? Because she tried to make Mink when the whole fallout with Mink happened, she tried to make Mink denounce a loyal supporter who had been supporting Mink for a long time. She wanted her to make her apologize to her because I don't know what she did to her. I guess maybe she was disrespectful. She wants you to denounce, which by the way, that word was being used wrong. It was not denounce. You cannot denounce. It was renounce. She tried to get Mink to denounce that lady and to make her apologize. And then when Mink didn't do it, she then said that she denounced her.
That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah, so it's a similar thing that I just witnessed over there today. Like, here's this lady that's been supporting this man and helped him get known over in these sectors. You want him to do what with her? Like to make her choose? Why would he make her choose? She was there before you were there. She helped him get numbers before you showed up with the numbers.
And then no one can do that to her.
And no one can do that to her. If you question or do anything, then you're blocked or you are banished or like denounced, wrongly
You know,
used, denounced.
I think that you had to. It's part of the way you grew up. Obviously, somebody treated you like that because you're not just gonna one day just decide I'm gonna be this evil and mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that I couldn't. I don't know. I mean, I think it might have to do. Maybe it has to do with like her, like her upbringing and stuff. And I
Yeah,
don't know. Just what she went through, and then being in the military. Who knows? I
I
don't
was in
know.
the military. I was in the military. Me. I
Yeah,
was.
and like everybody's experience is different. Like I have friends that have been in the military and they didn't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess part of it is like a show on YouTube, but most of it is real. It seems like. I guess I don't know.
I think they turn up for the cameras just like Nature Boy did. I see
Yeah,
the
I think there's.
same characteristics. Like, okay,
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. There's a lot of like a lot of this is like it's for clicks and views, it's for entertainment purposes, and a lot of it is, you do it, you put on a show for the cash app, for the views, and a place where you can boast that I bring numbers, I do all that. So you always have to be on to put on a show, whether it's on your panel or on someone else's panel, right? You always
yeah,
have to be on to put on a show because you can say, oh, okay, I bring numbers. I get all that. That's entertainment. I get it all. But do you separate it from reality? Because it seems like some of it blends into real life.
yeah. I don't know. But I'm gonna get off this topic because I don't like to talk about things like that that I'm not sure what type of stuff you're into, like Nature Boy, and it's this close at night. It'll affect with my dreams and stuff. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't either. And anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. So this is the perfect time to get off. I want thank you. Thanks, Kiki baby, for I do approve of your new boo.
Thank
You
you.
see where Nature Boy exactly, Kishi,
Hmm.
exactly. Nature Boy is over there. You
Hmm.
see what happened to him. That stuff catches up
Yeah.
to you after some time. When you do dirt and evil, it's gonna catch up no matter what.
Oh
And you
yeah.
can't tell me they don't. You can't tell me that it doesn't, because in real life he's really over there. He in real life he's really in jail. So you can't
Yeah.
tell me that it does that they're not like that in real life, because they are. Like, look at him, he's like that in real life.
He's like that in
You put
jail.
on
Yeah.
a
He's doing the
yeah,
guys like that. The young guys in there.
yeah, like
Yep.
all that stuff is, so yeah, I think there's a fine line, but I think that they blend. When you do so much, it becomes part of your reality. It's hard to separate all of that stuff because
And
you have to constantly be on and thinking of games and plays and things and how to manipulate and what lie to make up and all of that stuff. I mean,
hmm and think about it. If you start to be like that in real life, like towards your coworkers, like anytime somebody does something to you, you're gonna wanna, attack them like very maliciously. I mean, it's just
yeah.
not a good thing.
because you always on, because you're always feeling like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drag you, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and it's hard. This is like the anyone that thinks that they are separating it successfully, I would like to meet that person, because there's no way they're separating this constantly being on and malicious like this on YouTube from real life. It
Oh,
seeps in.
yep. Well, all right. Thanks for having me on the panel.
Thanks for joining, Kiki baby. Thank you. On
You're
that note, thank you
welcome.
guys, everyone. Thank you. We talked about online relationship. I had Houston Bred on the panel. We talked about, dating online. If you guys missed it, please feel free to red ball. When you red ball, make sure you also hit the like, share my video out. I truly appreciate it. Sissy Poo, YouTube. Oh, hi, Sissy Poo. Um, make sure I had Houston Bread, and I'll try to do like some more topics. You guys, let me know in the comments. Did you like the conversation? Do you have some ideas? Like Houston Bread and I like talked, and he said, "Oh, we should do a show together, right?" Because Houston Bread is really you have to get to know her. And if you red ball this, her link was dropped in the chat, and then also Toya Alta Abstract, she joined the show. She also opened up and let us know about, like open relationship and like boundaries and how to make it successful. Her link was also dropped in the chat. And then Kiki Baby joined the panel, and we talked about like what just transpired, like like before I started the show, there was some fireworks going on in the other sector, and I'm going to see, I know like some people like private or hide put their video membership, so I think I must have missed a live, but I have to red ball and see what else is going on so that I can bring you guys the latest I guess like information. As far, I might do a live in the middle of the week. Wait, what's today? Today is the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Okay, so it looks like I might be doing a live either tomorrow or probably Friday, because a lot has already happened. Okay. Um, you said it was all right. Okay, so that was it about online relationship. I gave some statistics that I researched and found about online relationship. We talked about pros and cons. So if you missed it, feel free to red ball, like the video, share me out, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Nestica Nestica went to the, oh my gosh, don't tell me. Oh, I gotta go. I was watching Ness's live before I then saw the other live. I'm gonna red ball to watch what I missed. And I think Pizarro's went live. All right. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. I know that you guys could be elsewhere and you are here. Thank you for supporting my channel. Okay. See you guys on the next one, and have a good night. Bye. Oh, wait. Let me come on camera and say bye. Bye.